I'm always ready for a war again. Go down that road again. It's all the same. I'm always ready to take a life again. You know I'll ride again. It's all the same. Tell me who's gonna save me from myself when this life is all I know. Tell me who's gonna save me from this hell. Without you, I'm alone. Who gon' pray for me? Take my pain for me. Save my soul for me. 'Cause I'm alone to see. If I'm gon' die for you, if I'm gon' kill for you, then I spill this blood for you.
I fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight God, just tell me how many burdens left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood on my doorsteps. Life we live in hell, puddles of blood in the street, shooters on top of the building, government aid ain't relief. Earthquake, the body drop, the ground breaks, the poor run with smoke lungs and scarred face. Who need a hero? You need a hero, look in the mirror, there go your hero. Who on the front lines at ground zero? My heart don't skip a beat even when hard times bumps the needle. Mass destruction and mass corruption, the souls of suffering men. Clutching on deaf ears again, rapture's coming. It's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta
Who
be.
gon' pray for me? Take my pain for me. Save my soul for me. 'Cause I'm alone to see. If I'm gon' die for you.
We on fire. Step up in the party, step up in the party high. We on fire. Right up to the party, right up to the party high. Hey. Welcome to the party. Hey. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Hey. Welcome to the party. Hit 'em up, huh? Get 'em up, huh? Put 'em up, huh? We waking up, high, high with my dogs, riding high when we pull up. Ride with my dogs, riding high when we pull up. When we ride, when we pull up. We be high when we pull up. Coupe with the top down, no cellar. Rocks on the watch now, I'ma get roof on fire. We wide, pull up in the tank, bout it, Get on some rock in the drop, full of things. Get with a squad, 100 cars full of things. Yeah, I pull up with fire, boy, and chin chill. Yeah, especially Montana, Philly, and Manila. Roof on fire, we be high like a will. Shorty bad talking MJ thrill. Welcome to the party, sipping on the air. Pull up in the rock, DJ bring it back. Fell in love with Sean, money like Shaq. Welcome to the party. 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 Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn.
I came from my body, color pop on my body. Welcome to the party, welcome by to catch your body. Put your in the shit, we don't give a fuck about it. Start a rhyme, I'm gonna start a rhyme. Welcome to the trap, got my grandma selling crack. I make what you making when you're sitting down to moving packs. Make up city jumping jacks, like she was an acrobat. Had these looking at me crazy cause I got face hats. Ooh, drip, I can knock a rifle. Drop a million on my crib, now my pump is rich as ooh. And I still at my probation, pump a broken full of mixer. You just broken, you just hating. All these diamonds on me skating, man, I do this every day. Spend 3,000 ounces of shades. I got 10 and lay. Your boyfriend broke his diamonds fake.
Welcome to the party. 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 Step up in the party. Step up in the party high.
Welcome, everybody, back to the CarolinaCast. It is game day from Bank of America Stadium, and your Carolina Panthers are hosting the Indianapolis Colts, which was set to be number 1 overall pick and number 4 overall pick, but unfortunately, no Anthony Richardson, out for the rest of the season. But Sam, it is game day. The Panthers are coming off of a massive win. They're the first win of the Bryce Young era last week that I was fortunately in attendance for. So here we go. Week 9's underway.
Yeah, you're back with us. We're glad to see it. And it's been a very up and down Gardner Minshew. He's been 3-14 in his last 20 games as a starter. Not the best. Hopefully the Panthers can get a win streak going. It's been a lot of losses lately, but 2 straight would be very interesting. Obviously, it would have been fun to see the top 5 picks, but another storyline, Chris, we have Frank Reich in his revenge game today.
Yes, Frank Reich coached Indianapolis for the past few years before he was released from his duties midway through the last season. Comes into Carolina over the offseason looking to change this franchise around. And yesterday was a big starting point with that victory. So we take a look at Jonathan Taylor, rest of the Colts on their sideline. Carolina is in their all-black uniforms, normal helmets. Colts in all white. Bryce Young and the Panthers are on the field first as the Colts win the toss. Here we go. Week 9, Carolina Panthers football is underway on the CarolinaCast, and it's a run for Chuba Hubbard, who fights his way for a gain of 4 yards. What we did learn earlier this week is that Chuba Hubbard will stay as running back 1 for Carolina. We will see some touches from Miles Sanders, but Chuba Hubbard will keep the running back run rule.
Yeah, on the pre-game report, it did say that Chuba Hubbard is the running back 1. They are going to try to somewhat incorporate Raheem Blackshear and Miles Sanders, but it looks like, speaking of that, Miles Sanders may be in the backfield for the 2nd and 6 right here.
And he is. He will get the carry. Miles Sanders fights his way all the way to the first down marker. Might be just short. Maybe 3rd and maybe even inches for Carolina. So 2 run plays, inside run plays for the Panthers so far. Another thing I want to point out is on the defensive side of the ball, we found out earlier this week, Justin Houston is getting placed on the IR with an injury, and now it's a 3rd and 1. Carolina going with tempo, and now flags.
Looks like we have some flag on the field, so hold it here. Going to be a false start on the Panthers, so it will move back to 3rd and 6 here.
And Bradley Bozeman moving way too early. He thought Carolina was just going to go with the tempo, try and run it up the middle, and continue the drive, but now this is likely going to be a pass play from Carolina. We'll see what Thomas Brown can cook up here. And I say Thomas Brown because he took over the play calling duty last week, able to get Carolina the win, and now taking over again. We have Trips right, Chark on the left, Bryce Young in shotgun. 3rd and 6. Young takes the snap. He's going to take off and run it. Bryce Young fighting his way, and it looks like he's just short right at the first down marker. And a good tackle made by Moore. And I think he's just short. He did find a hole there. That was a clear running lane, but just did not have enough speed.
Yeah, it was a valiant effort by Young right there, but he ends up being short, and it looks like the Panthers are going to send the punt team out here on 4th down.
Very unfortunate for a likely 3-and-out. Carolina has only tried 1 fake punt this entire season. That was against Miami, and yeah, from that angle, looks like he was clearly short. So Carolina just going to take the punt. Disappointing start. And this is going to be fair caught at about the 15-yard line. And that is where Gardner Minshew and company will step off the field. And a fun fact, the first ever Panthers game I attended, Gardner Minshew was the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. As he steps on the field, he has 7 total touchdowns so far for Indianapolis, 2 on the ground. But he's also had 9 giveaways. And this Panthers defense has been able to force fumbles and get interceptions.
Yes, this was the Panthers defense that played very well last week, to say the least. So it was good to see that. Frankie Louvu had a pretty good game. So the Panthers looking to build upon that today. And after last game, Frankie Louvu, the leader in tackles on the team.
Frankie Louvu was also named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. So now here we go, 1st and 10. It's a quick little pass from Minshew. He gets it over to Jonathan Taylor, who missed the first 4 weeks of the season, and a tackle is made as the Panthers are all over a gain of 4 yards on the short pass.
And Jonathan Taylor was a very interesting game he had last week against the New Orleans Saints. He ended up rushing for 94 yards in the first half, but only had 1 in the second half. And that tackle was made by Alex Cook. I'm pretty sure that was his first play. That's his first stat of the season. Rookie out of Washington.
Yep. That is his first
career tackle right there.
He will be used a lot today. Now, they go on the ground game with Taylor, bouncing to the outside, and Brian Burns, Deshaun Williams get to him just before he can cross the first down marker, and now the Colts in a very similar situation to Carolina on a 3rd and short.
So Colts going to be in a 3rd and short here. They probably looking to avoid the penalty. They've had an interesting run game combo with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. Zach Moss, he's had a really good season, averaging over 4.5 yards per carry, but Jonathan Taylor, he came back from that injury, obviously. He signs the big contract extension, and he's looking to have his best game of the season yet, both the Colts running backs have been averaging 4.7 yards per carry, so they're very lethal on the ground.
And Minshew going to throw it short, and this is going to be caught, and it looks like it'll be just enough for a first down. They fake out Carolina on the run, who has struggled getting stops on the run. But now there's actually a flag down, and from the looks of it, I think it's coming back, and it is. It's a penalty on Indianapolis.
It looks like it's coming back. Pass was intended for Drew Ogletree. He caught a touchdown last week in New Orleans, but looks like Quinn Nelson may have wandered too much past the line of scrimmage right there, trying to get a block. So good job forcing pressure from the Panthers defense. Now you're in a manageable 3rd down.
And we just saw a glimpse of first-year head coach of Indianapolis, Shane Steichen, coming over from the Philadelphia Eagles. So now both of these teams, very similar situations. They had penalties on 3rd down, which now makes this a 3rd and 6 for Indianapolis. They are 17th in the NFL when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
Watch the blitz right here on the right.
Looks like a lot of movement.
Looks like a lot of movement.
They're moving back even more.
Burns points towards the end zone and
gets a
little bit of a giggle out of the ref. It's going to be a false start on Indianapolis, just causing chaos. That front line for the Panthers, it's on Blake Freeland. What I was going to say is that Steichen brings over Minshew from Philadelphia, so they work pretty well together, I assume, even though, as I mentioned, Minshew 3-14 in his last starts, not going so well, and the Colts just looking to get back on track today, but 3rd and 11 here could be the first real pass play of the game.
Carolina is showing blitz. You can see Serper in the background getting up. 3rd and 11, low snap. Minshew looking, he throws to the crossing route. That's Josh Downs, and he's going to be just short. The rookie out of North Carolina, he was questionable to suit up today, but Frankie Louvu is there. It's 4th down, and it's a 3-and-out for Indianapolis.
And Josh Downs, he gets a lot of receptions. He's a great guy to have on your PPR league because he doesn't get a lot of yards, but he's a small guy who gets a lot of separation, gets receptions, and he has had a very good connection with Gardner Minshew. But just right there, Frankie Louvu boxing out the first down marker, and Panthers get the ball back here at the 10-minute mark.
As this was nearly blocked, but able to get it off, and this will be a turn up to the 25, maybe to the 30, and down to the 29-yard line.
And I was going to say that maybe the Panthers need to move on from Smith-Marset because in the games that I've seen, he hasn't had a lot of great punt returns, but that was a great punt return right there. Just able to get a few yards, that's all you need. And when we get back, the Panthers are going to have the football.
Yeah, before we go back, I had a question here, how my reaction was to the game. I was pretty happy, to say the least. I put my phone away. I did not take any videos of the final moments just because my hands were shaking. So it was a really fun environment, especially with the two legends being there. It was a surreal moment. And just to be there for Bryce Young's first one was a big deal. But we'll go on a commercial break. Both teams exchange 3-and-outs, and we'll see what your Panthers can do on this next drive. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new stuff. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do nothing. Cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me. I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told her like no way. Cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper.
Welcome back to the Carolina Cast as we honor and remember those who fought for our country. We have 3 veterans at Bank of America Stadium right now in the end zone in the month of November, and especially just remembering what these people have done for our country as they'll be helped off. And just, I saw this last week too. Multiple generals were in attendance for last week's game too. And
I mean, and how about that guy right there, 101 years old, and he's still able to walk off the field his own strength. Clearly still has something left in him.
Maybe the Panthers can get something on this drive too. A 1st and 10. It's a short pass, the first completion of the game for Bryce Young, and he gets it over to Raheem Blackshear, who we just mentioned. We'll see him on the field a few times, and we know that Blackshear can get it done. He made a few very good plays last week. And oh my goodness. Well, the Buccaneers just took a lead with a touchdown, as we can see right here. But the Minnesota Vikings just defeated the Atlanta Falcons 31-28. Joshua Dobbs got it done. And on 2nd and 5, I would have liked
to see Tampa lose today, but
yeah, unfortunately we won't. And the Panthers are actually going to lose some yards. It's DeForest Buckner gets past the Panthers offensive line and right at Chuba Hubbard. And I don't know if I like this approach so far. Just very small, just trying to run the football. It's
not really explosive, which is what I was looking for. And DeForest Buckner, he's a guy that a lot of people, they forget about. He still has a lot left in the tank. He's on pace to have more sacks he's on pace to have the most sacks he's had since 2020, which is when he joined the Indianapolis Colts. So he still has a lot of talent left.
It's a 3rd and 9 now, and he better watch out. Buckner's getting to him. Young gets away, throws it short for Hubbard. He's got to make a few moves, and he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the fumble out of bounds right there, so the Panthers catch a break. But not a lot of downfield plays so far today. Thomas Brown, he's looking like the first quarter here. The Panthers start off pretty soft. And this is a Colts defense that isn't really putting up that great of numbers when it comes to points per game allowed. So kind of disappointing that the Panthers aren't being a little more aggressive early here.
I mean, kudos to Bryce Young for getting away from DeForest Buckner. Multiple of those defenders, just nobody got open.
And this is a dangerous, this is what we call the danger zone, inside your own 10-yard line and punting the football.
We know Hecker has the leg to boot it out of there. He does, but this is going to look like good field position. The ball gets lost, and it's recovered by your Carolina Panthers. A muffed punt into the hands of Carolina, and they're going to have the ball at midfield, and the special team comes through early.
Chandler Wooten right there, second-year player out of Auburn. He only has 1 tackle all season, but the fumble right there from Isaiah McKenzie, and he picks it up clean in the air. Panthers going to have the ball in Colts territory.
And Chandler Wooten was massive for the Panthers on defense last season, was converted to the special teams unit, and this is why he was. I mean, we definitely saw something about him on the
This is the Colts this season. Without giveaways, they've done pretty well, but it's really been ever since they gave Gardner Minshew the keys to the offense. I mean, that giveaway wasn't even his fault. It's just ball security. It's been a point of emphasis that the Colts have not been doing well with, and this one actually going to start at the Carolina 49.
But they'll work it into Indianapolis territory right here. Chuba Hubbard fighting his way all the way to the first down marker. Come up just short. Gain of about 9-10 yards on the run. And if you're Carolina, you have to capitalize off that.
And, I mean, I don't want to say it too early, but this season has kind of been a career resurgence for Chuba Hubbard. A lot of people are thinking the Panthers would just let him go when Sanders' contract expired. They didn't really know what to do with him at the beginning of the year. But now he's worked his way to become the starting running back as the Panthers move the chains right there. First down.
Another good gain by Chuba Hubbard. And I want to see on this first down here, maybe not take a shot, but try and go, for 5-10 yards passing, or maybe get Adam Thielen involved.
I'm looking at Adam Thielen right here for sure. But it also looks like Terrace Marshall Jr. may be on the field here.
Marshall, Thielen, Mingo, and company. And they'll go to Mingo as pass gets tipped up. And, I mean,
that was
in the
lucky that it wasn't
interception.
Lucky that it wasn't intercepted right there. Definitely in the zone. If you could see right there, that was
Julian Blackman who had a chance.
Way too close. Julian Blackman. He was looking to get his third interception of the season. But the Panthers now are going to have a second down.
Thomas Brown and I are rocking the same hat right now for this 2nd and 10. Just got this at the team store. I do recommend it. It's very nice. And now for 2nd and 10. Young rolling throws, and Stephon Sullivan was not ready for the football. That could have been yards.
Miscommunication right there. I'm going to be honest with how much open field he had. That easily should have been a first down, and maybe even more. A lot of open fields for Stephon Sullivan, but if you're not getting those kind of plays, then the snap count is just going to go down because the Panthers, they have numerous tight ends on their depth chart. They are not going to be patient when it comes to mistakes by that position.
Well, now it's a 3rd and 10. You're not in field goal range for Pinheiro, and you can see the Colts might be sending the world at Bryce Young. He gets the snap, and he's not going to have time to do anything.
They sent the world. They sent the world, if you're correct. DeForest Buckner, 5th sack of the season, and a familiar sight for Bryce Young as he embraces the turf right there. 4th and 20. Panthers unable to capitalize, and they're going to be starting pretty much where they were to begin the drive.
I mean, at some point, you really cannot blame that on Bryce Young. He can't even look downfield.
Well, that was, if you're Thomas Brown and you see that blitz right there, you have to call some sort of audible.
Correct. You have to adjust.
Because if you know that your certain play isn't going to be able to match that type of pressure, then there's no point in even calling a play because now the Panthers literally end the drive where they started.
I mean, it's an opportunity to boot Indy deep, but they're probably going to be very careful here. McKenzie takes it, and he'll get near the 20-yard line, making up for his mistake. But, I mean, it's not even going to turn into a mistake because nothing happened. Only clock was taken down. And coming up next, Gardner Minshew and the Colts offense take the field, and your Panthers defense look to get more stops. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23, understand that, look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot, I'm with the murder team, call a cop, we in the building, y'all are not.
We're going to come back from commercial break for a second, scratch everything. I think the Texans just got a Hail Mary. Is what just happened?
6 seconds left. I know that they got the ball with 40 seconds, But it is true. I just Googled up the Google score. Yeah, this was a Hail Mary.
Dude, look at CJ Stroud, 30 for 42, 470 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
So it was a 15. Actually, no, it was a regular pass to Tank Dell, but the penalty from Levante David, and then, I mean, CJ Stroud. I know that a lot of Panthers fans may be thinking that he is not amazing after like last week, but 470 yards and 5 touchdowns today for CJ Stroud, and more importantly, the Carolina Panthers get a very valuable loss from the Buccaneers. They moved down to 3-5. The Falcons moved down to 4-5. Yeah, the Saints did move up to 5-4 today. But
that's huge.
If you get a win today, if you're the Panthers, then that would maybe put you semi back in the mix.
Wow. All right, we got to take full advantage of it now as this is a run for Taylor. He's got a little bit of running room, but not a lot, and a little bit of pushing and shoving between Michael Pittman at the end of the play. But we'll look back at how Gardner Minshew has been 40% on dropbacks. He's been blitzed.
That is something the Panthers need to do. You need to get to the pressure to Gardner Minshew. If you give him a good O-line, then he's going to do well. So this game really depends on how well the Colts' offensive line plays, and also if the Colts can establish a run game to make their offense two-dimensional.
As Minshew is able to find Michael Pittman for a gain of a few yards, and it'll be 3rd and short for Indianapolis.
And it is official. The Bucks fumble a lateral, and Houston is going to get a win here. Unbelievable play from CJ Stroud.
That is unbelievable. Now it's a 3rd and 1, and they're just going to keep it on the ground, which is not going to work. Oh, wow.
Yes.
I believe that was Bravion Roy or
Jonathan Taylor. All he needed is 1 yard, and like I mentioned earlier, he's been averaging well north of 4 yards per carry this season, and unable to get one. All you need is a note card right there, an index card, if you will.
Wow. And Derek Brown makes probably the best tackle of the entire season for him, and that'll make this a 4th and 1. So once again, missed opportunity by the Colts, and it's going to be another punt as Sanchez lets it fly. Smith-Marset calls a fair catch, and Carolina will start from their own 26-yard line. So once again, the Colts can't cash in. There is a flag on the punt.
Yeah, so
to go in the first quarter, and it looks like it's
going to be on the
Carolina.
Panthers. Let's see what we got here. Is this going to put the Colts offense back on the field? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Are you serious?
Offsides. You cannot afford to do that in this game right now.
Wow. Are you
That is a critical mistake.
How are you going to do that on a punt? You don't even need to block it. Like, come on. Are you serious? Yup, the extra. Oh, what are you doing? Come on. I think that was Iku Leota, the rookie out of Auburn. Yes, it was. Oh, my goodness. That is a crucial penalty. Already Carolina's 3rd of the game. So that's going to extend the drive.
Panthers wins this season.
The Colts are going to extend the drive. They're going to keep it on the ground. And Taylor, not trying to come back from that last play, gets a 1st down and a little bit more before he's taken down. I believe that was DJ Johnson, which Sam and I had a good laugh about him last night during the Hornets game. We finally hear about him.
Yeah, but it's not really good to hear about a player when you've already given up 10 yards on the play. So let's see here. And Jonathan Taylor, they're going to go right back to the well, if you will. And this time, lunges forward. We'll see how long they keep him. And I was expecting a little more passing. The Colts have had a pretty good receiving tandem this season with Pittman already over 500 yards, and Downs is probably going to end up getting over 500 by the end of the day today. So we'll see, though. Zach Moss also, he's a guy who maybe they're finally starting to move on from him when it comes to carry share and make it more of a lopsided favor towards Jonathan Taylor.
Look at Brian Burns on that play, coming right at Minshew, up in his face, could not see anything, tried to get it to Taylor, and he's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard. And for an injury update, we just found out that Tony Brown is ruled out with a concussion that he suffered early on in this game.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but before we get to that, Jamie Robinson, he makes a great play right there containing him, but as you just mentioned with the concussion, I mean, I don't know if you saw anything. Maybe that was after a play or during a commercial, but Tony Brown, he has 1 interception this season. He's been a good corner, too, for the Colts, so that'll be big when it comes to the pass game.
It's a 3rd and 7. Minshew's going to take off. Nobody's there, and there's a late hit. There's going to be the flag.
Yeah, he's going to get teed up for that one.
If you're Troy Hill is one of the biggest veterans on this Panthers defense. You know you can't do that, especially to a quarterback. And either way, Minshew has enough for the first down. So this is just icing on the cake for Indianapolis if they can get this call. It did look like he lowered the shoulder.
So that was just not that good right there. We'll see Minshew.
Yep, and it's going to be
called. Get away, and then the slide. I mean, you just have to let him go down at that point.
I mean, he already got the first down.
He already got the first down, and I mean, clearly that was not a fake slide. So,
yeah, I mean, maybe that's just a college rule, but I don't think you can do the fake slide anymore. Kenny Pickett first and last time.
They have banned it at this same stadium.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett the first and last time we ever see the fake slide. So now they're working this Carolina 30.
Recess, though. It looks like Zach Moss finally going to get a carry here.
And he will, and it will go for about 3-4 yards on the ground. And we are reaching the 2-minute mark in this first quarter, and the Colts are just moving the football well. And another issue is they're taking clock with it, which Indianapolis does get the football to start the second half. And the Panthers offense so far has shown 0 life.
0 life is a kind way to put it. And now with the way that the Colts are in this territory, only 2 passes this drive, but it's worked out just fine for them. And now knocking on the door of the red zone.
And they'll keep it on the ground of Moss. He's got the first down, and that will put Indianapolis in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Carolina 18-yard line.
And this is a Panthers run game defense that, although they had a pretty decent week last week, that was against the team in the Houston Texans who were not going into the game good at running the football. Now you're facing a dynamic team when it comes to running the football, like the Indianapolis Colts, and you're going to experience more problems than you did against Houston.
It's another solid run by Zach Moss. And yeah, this 1-2 punch has been very lethal, to say the least.
It looks like Moss may be, I mean, I don't want to say it like this, but it looks like he may be the red zone running back, and Taylor is the non-red zone running back, because Moss has gotten 3 straight carries right here.
And if you see that,
I haven't seen Taylor on the field, but now it looks like Jonathan Taylor is back on the field here. A 2nd and 6. I would expect them. Yeah. I would expect them. Oh, God, no.
Oh, Pittman. All the way to the 1. He lost the ball at the end. And
it was in the hands. It's in the hands of Gross Matos, but I think they're going to say he was down. Well, look at this replay right here. Dante Jackson was an island coverage.
I think that was Camus Grugier-Hill who recovered, and they're going to say he was
Ball's
down.
Placed at the 2-yard line.
And looks like a little bit of tush-push action.
Tush-push formation.
From the 2, and I don't think he got it.
You can't really do the tush-push unless you're a yard within, or unless you're the Philadelphia Eagles. So,
I can't even
Pittman, the fumble. The Colts did a good job of getting off the next snap quick, so the Panthers can review, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
It's tied 0-0, but unfortunately not for long. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. When we come back, you're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new stuff. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. I'm just that look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper.
We are back for the second quarter on the CarolinaCast. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. And they hand it off. It's Taylor. He's not going to get in. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage, may have even lost a yard. And it's going to be 3rd and goal for Indianapolis, as CBS was just showing images of Frank Reich's tenure with the Colts, as he was the head coach for the last 5 years. And they just try to go inside zone, a handoff. Carolina was all ready for it, knowing how run-heavy this team is. And Cook is fired up, getting his most action in the NFL so far, being a rookie out of Washington. And here we go. 3rd and goal for the Colts. Can the Panthers hold in the 3? Little bit of movement, and this is going to be a false start on Indianapolis. They're going to move 5 yards back. And that is a crucial penalty for the Carolina Panthers. It's going to be on Michael Pittman. He moved a little bit too early. So it's going to be 3rd down. We can see right here, just a little bit of a twitch. Actually, I didn't see a lot there, but just a little bit of a twitch. And it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Four penalties already for the Panthers, adding up to over 30 yards. Not a good sign this early in the game. And I think this may be the first time, at least I've seen all day, that there's been an empty backfield here.
Empty backfield, 3 receivers on the right. Panthers coming for Minshew, rolling to his right. Got to do something. Minshew mania, rolling down, falls down, and it's incomplete. And the Panthers defense stands tall. The Colts were once at the Carolina 1-yard line. And after Taylor gets stuffed, they get a penalty, and Minshew can't do anything on 3rd and goal. They're going to have to settle for 3 points. And I think he was down, so that's going to be even more yards.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well. I was thinking that he was already down before he threw it, and after that, it really looks like he is, which means that the Colts cannot go for it here on 4th down.
So now Matt Gay comes out for a field goal. He has 25 consecutive field goals made on the road. So yes, CBS, keep showing all of this. 26 yards out. It looks like...
I mean, this should be snapped further back than this because he was down.
Either way, it's going to go through, so Carolina might have gotten cheated out of that.
I think he would have made the kick anyway. That one was really right down the pipe, but
either way, the Panthers defense comes away big, and it's 3-0 Indianapolis, and maybe on this next drive we can see something from the Panthers offense. I think we can stay on for this commercial break.
Right back.
But what I do want to mention right now is the fact that Carolina, with this stop, now has an opportunity to go down the field and make something out of it. So they just gave up this 26-yard field goal. The Colts, they had something going for them, got to first and goal, were stuffed. Second and goal, Jonathan Taylor was stood up at the line of scrimmage. And now on third and goal, they get that crucial false start penalty against Michael Pittman. And then that helps Carolina get the job done on fourth and goal with the defensive stop, forcing the 26-yard field goal by Matt Gay, which is going to give Indianapolis a 3-0 lead. We're going to update the scoreboard right now. And for those of you that want to know, later tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for more Charlotte sports, your Hornets head on the road to take on the Dallas Mavericks. We did play-by-play commentary for their game last night in Indianapolis, ironically, where they defeated the Pacers 125-124, a thriller ending. And now tonight, they head to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. They might be without star shooting guard Terry Rozier, who suffered an injury late in last night's contest. But either way, the Hornets coming off a massive win against an Indianapolis team, and now the Panthers looking to do the same. The difference, it would be at the bank.
Yeah, and how about a 2-game win streak for the Charlotte Hornets, maybe, if you can get a win tonight? I know the Mavericks have been playing some pretty quality basketball this season, but the Hornets, I mean, the last season, they ended up really ending the Mavericks season in March with those two big wins. Maybe they can continue their ownership of Dallas tonight.
Now, it's especially Dennis Smith, and he's now on the Brooklyn Nets. But Dennis Smith
he bought himself a contract with those 2 games. I mean, but yeah, now the Panthers. Let's see if they can maybe turn the offense a little more explosive, because now you are not in the driver's seat anymore. And I mean, even though this is a 4:00 game on a Sunday night, there's still, I mean, this may be the most packed I've seen the bank since Monday Night Football.
I mean, it was pretty packed for the Week 8 game. I know it didn't look like it from the camera angles, especially when it got up to halftime when Muhsin Muhammad and Julius Peppers were out for the Hall of Honor introduction. Now it looks like we have some more Panthers and veteran.
Oh, that's a dope helmet. The Panthers need to wear that. The Panthers need to wear that helmet in a game. That helmet looks to the military helmet with the military background, the Panthers logo. I was wondering if the Panthers were going to do those like they did the military, like the camo graphic end zones for Thursday night against the Falcons last year. I was wondering if they were going to do that today. They end up sticking with the traditional end zones.
As Young wanted to take a shot downfield and get sacked once again, and this offensive line has just got to go. I've watched this way too many times.
I mean, this is the same old Bryce Young and the same old offensive line. It's not really even Bryce's fault, because he's getting pressured by the entire Colts defensive line and a corner who's on Adam Thielen. He technically should have released the ball to Adam Thielen, maybe right there. But I think what Bryce has been saying in his interviews he needs to work on is, even if it's not a good thing, just throwing the ball out of bounds, which I know sucks on first down, but at some point you have to do it.
I mean, you'd rather it be 2nd and 10 than 2nd and 19 as Young throws and looks like it got batted away. He's trying to get it to Terrace Marshall. And you go from 2 pass plays to a 3rd and 19. I think this is why Thomas Brown wanted to run the football.
I mean, maybe so, because passing the football...
that definitely got a hand on it.
Passing the football is not looking good today.
So now it's a 3rd and 20. So that sack actually lost them 10 yards. It was just not adjusted yet on their CBS. So now it's 3rd and 20 for Carolina. And they're still going to try something here if they can do anything. Young rolling out, throws. It's caught by Hayden Hurst, and he's not going to get anywhere close to the first down marker.
I mean, just a check down right there. That's what you should have done on first down. Just try to get an open play call for a check down. Because if you're sending everybody downfield and the Colts are blitzing, 9 times out of 10, the Panthers aren't going to win that matchup. And Johnny Hekker, out of all the Panthers, has gotten the most action today.
I mean, Johnny Hekker so far is the MVP for Carolina, was able to put that ball right on Isaiah McKenzie, and Chandler Rutten finished the clip to get Carolina the ball. And then once again, our offense was unable to convert from midfield as Hecker boots this one away over to McKenzie, and he's going to take it from the 35. And, Boodle can't make the tackle. McKenzie keeps on going till he's brought down from behind by Chandler Rutten once again. Actually, never mind. I think we have to give game MVP so far to Chandler Rutten, as he saved Isaiah McKenzie maybe getting to midfield. And now Minshew and the Colts will be back on the field momentarily.
Yeah, so
Very unfortunate.
this has not been what I was thinking. I mean, told you, I compared this game with how both teams have been playing to when the Panthers played the Steelers last year at home. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the World Cup final. It was on December,
yeah.
It was on December, I think it would have been
18th.
on the 18th.
Yeah.
So that's a game that I compared this to because they're coming off a win where they weren't really supposed to win. The spread, though, moved to Indianapolis minus 1.5. I usually provide the game lines before the game, but we weren't able to today with just time crunch, the 4 p.m. window. I thought that I was going to like the 4 p.m. window, but I honestly kind of like the 1 p.m. slot better.
Same. I don't know. I mean,
this gives the Panthers a lot of attention because this is the only football game on CBS the entire 4 o'clock window. So anyone who wants to watch the NFL football on CBS, you have to watch this game.
I'm looking right now. I'm watching Red Zone. They're showing some highlights so far. Actually, I'm watching Game Day on NFL Network.
Oh, you gotta get Red Zone on, dude.
I do have Red Zone on. I just don't want to put it on because it's gonna spoil our game. I'm just watching all these guys running after Bryce Young, how we don't adjust to it, and then yet literally nobody's open. Oh my goodness. Like this is terrible. Nobody's getting open. I think another thing I've learned about Carolina and what Frank Reich and Thomas Brown have worked with their play calls is they make play calls that take a little extra to develop, to get like the receivers open.
I mean, that's another.
The issue is that and you can do that if you have a good offensive line. The issue with that is the Panthers do not have a good offensive line. So you cannot run plays like that.
Well, Reich is used to working with the Colts where they have big, strong offensive linemen like
Quentin Nelson being one.
Nelson. And Thomas Brown is used to working in Los Angeles where they have nice, quick separation receivers like Cooper Kupp. So if they're neither of those in Carolina right now.
And it's definitely shown. All right, so we'll see what Indianapolis can do on this offensive drive. I mean, all the Panthers defense can keep doing is just getting stops for us. Maybe the Panthers defense has to score like they did in week 4.
We'll see. If the Panthers defense scores, we may still lose this game. Let's see here.
So they're going to run it with Taylor, and he's going to get 6 yards on the carry. Very nice.
That is what scares me the most because I'm looking at the Panthers right now. I think that there's a pretty good chance that they will be able to contain Gardner Minshew today. I think that their defense, I think Panthers versus Gardner Minshew, give or take, I will take the matchup. I don't think he's going to be able to pick apart the Panthers defense, especially since Stroud didn't last week. I don't think that Minshew will be able to for sure. It's that running game with Jonathan Taylor that I'm really worried about. We saw it happen with Kenneth Walker against the Panthers. That's really been the only time where it's gotten really bad. Bijan Robinson was bad, as it looks like C.J. Henderson. It almost looked like he was vomiting right there. He had 3 people around him. It looks like maybe a head injury. He was slow to get up. But the game's going to take a commercial.
I guess we'll take a commercial on that note, too. We
can stay on if you want to.
Yeah, I guess we can stay on. Nothing else to do. Well, we can look around the league. The Eagles have a 7-0 lead on the Cowboys right now for America's Game of the Week. Just chilling. Dak Prescott, fun fact right now, is 0 for 1 for 0 yards with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And now he's going to get his first completion over to Ferguson.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping you'd say the CeeDee Lamb.
Gaining 9 yards.
Rice is 3 for 6 with 11 yards, so we can't really be talking. But
CeeDee Lamb was wide open for a touchdown and Dak missed it.
Ah, dang.
This is why I said Dak Prescott's not a top 10 quarterback. He completely missed a
I was the person who said that this summer, and you guys were also now. I said it for all the wrong reasons.
I said it too. It's Matthew and Marcus who were like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" CeeDee Lamb.
I was saying
is naked. Oh
I
my
was saying
goodness.
it for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna be honest, and this is maybe it's because I'm a Panthers fan. After today's performance, I could easily see maybe next season CJ Stroud being better than Dak Prescott. And look, to be honest here, I'll tell you one game that doesn't have any good quarterback play right now, and that is the Raiders-Giants game where O'Connell actually is 2 for 3 with 28 passing yards. I just hope for Devontae Adams' mental health that he's able to have an okay game today, because I didn't look at it till yesterday of how open he was on some of those plays on Monday night. I mean, he would have had 2 touchdowns.
Dallas is going for it on 4th and 1, and CeeDee Lamb caught it to the 4. Oh my goodness.
Nice PPR right there, but looks like the Panthers, the only Panthers that are in the end zone so far today look like it's the cheer team, Krish.
Yeah, the Top Cats and Sir Purr.
Well, Sir Purr didn't even have the guts to go in the end zone before his boys do.
We're looking at
anyway, there's the 10 behind the Panthers. Smith-Marset getting some leg work in, it looks like, getting the blood pumping. You know, it's pretty cold out in Carolina. The time shift happens today, so the sun's going to set in about 30 minutes.
And this run for Taylor will almost get him a first down. It's going to be 3rd and maybe even inches.
Taylor is he's a little more shifty than I thought he was. I saw Brian Burns dive at the line of scrimmage, and that's where I thought Taylor was, but then I sort of swiveled my head a little bit and realized that he was almost at the first down marker. 3rd and 1 right here. I don't know. Based on how the Colts have been playing today, I know that Gardner Minshew has been okay passing the football. I don't see them throwing the football right here.
I mean, yeah, you would assume they just pound the
rock.
rock.
Gardner Minshew, though, going into this game, he has 3 straight games with 200 passing yards and at least 1 touchdown.
They're going to pound the rock, and Taylor's going to get by everybody for a first down and more in the Carolina territory. See, the other issue with this is the Panthers' defense is always on the football field. So when the offense
you're going to run out of energy come the third quarter. When the Colts get the ball first in the second half.
Like, the Panthers' defense is always on the football field. And then the offense is, nice and fresh. They come out, go 3 and out, and the defense is back on the field.
How about 6 Colts first downs compared to just 1 Panther first down?
Minshew looking to throw. It gets batted down. And there, like Sam was mentioning, it's the Panthers defense against Minshew that's not going to concern us. It really is that run game, as Minshew only 5 for 7, 29 yards.
And that's no disrespect to Gardner Minshew. He is a top 40 quarterback in the NFL, probably. I mean, from a fan's perspective, I would have much rather seen Anthony Richardson play today, just because he is a really fun player to watch when he is on the football field. And it'll be very exciting to see him come back next season, but how about Derek Brown? The 4th most tackles among all defensive linemen. I mean, that was too good for the Panthers to trade at the deadline on Tuesday.
And Minshew able to thread the needle for a first down.
I may have spoke too soon. Hopefully, that was Ogletree right there, who I was going to say this before the penalty happened on a Colts drive, their first, I think, of the game. Ogletree did catch a touchdown against New Orleans, so as we reach this part of the field, he's going to be more of an option. As Michael Pittman, speaking of open guys, I think he was wide open towards the corner of the end zone. Panthers catch a break right there.
And you can look at the yards. Carolina, -9 passing yards and 21 rushing yards. As Minshew throws.
Oh, that was a good RPO
Pittman,
right there.
He's going to be dragged down. Dante Jackson and Alex Cook with the extra bump. Gain a 6
Bear
yard
hug right there. Bear hug from Dante Jackson. And I will bring this up more as we enter commercial breaks, but you were talking about the Panthers defense getting tired. This is the shortest week that you can possibly have in the NFL, because the Panthers have a 4 p.m. start time, and then they're going Thursday night football. So that is the shortest amount of rest that the NFL allows for a team to play on Thursday night football.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy to think about. It's now 2nd and 4. Brian Burns shot the gap perfectly,
Nice one right
and he
there.
gets to Jonathan Taylor. He got stuck in the spider web. and it's going to be 3rd and mid for Indianapolis, but they're back in field goal range.
And, I mean, I get that Brian Burns with a nice sort of emote right there, if you want to call it that, but that play couldn't have also been made without, it looked like there was one more defender who was able to stop him right there in his tracks, so a good job by the entire Panthers defensive line, but Brian was able to do the most damage.
So now Indianapolis forced to throw on 3rd and 7. Panthers look like they could be bringing 5. Robinson looking to show some type of blitz, and he's going to go. Panthers rush 5. Minshew throws over the middle, and his pass is incomplete.
Nice one.
And
Xavier Woods, that's,
They're going to call this a late hit. Oh, my gosh. What a terrible call. Pittman is down and hurt. And, I mean, all Woods tried to do was just try to make the hit so he didn't catch the ball, and we'll look at it again.
I thought Xavier Woods was injured going into this game. I guess he's fully back now, but...
Okay, that's definitely not targeting.
I don't know what the penalty is if it's not targeting, though.
He's just trying to make sure he can't catch the ball.
That is, unfortunately, head-to-head helmet-to-helmet contact right there. So, it is not targeting, but... Targeting. And now now we have somebody... Is that Xavier Woods down for the Panthers?
Frank Reich is on the field, and he cannot believe this. I want to see if they have Frank Reich mic'd up. I want to hear this. Look at Thielen.
He's a little too close to the refs. Thielen,
yeah, I feel Woods got hurt too.
Thielen has not had the best relationship with the refs. If you remember at the end of the Vikings game.
That was so funny.
Thielen stormed on the field and was mad about no intentional grounding call being made. And the reason I bring this up is that Thielen's circumstance was also against his former club. So Reich also has that little fire lit under him. A streak that I do think is going to end based on how the Panthers have started today is that Adam Thielen has 6 straight games with 5 catches and 50 receiving yards. I don't know why we just showed that random fan right there. But Xavier Woods is now all of a sudden on the bench.
I don't like this play because it's not helmet-to-helmet contact. And if you're Xavier Woods...
I don't like this play because it just took both players out of the game.
Yeah, but in general, if you're Xavier Woods and you don't want now they're going to run the football, this will go for a gain of a few yards. If you're Xavier Woods,
that was a whiff.
What else are you supposed to do in that situation? You don't want him to catch the football. So he's going to catch the ball if you don't lay that hit. And it's not an illegal hit. So I'm very confused by the call.
Agreed.
But I hope both players are okay. Either way, it's just going to make this drive.
It looks like, yeah, Pittman is not back in the game either, so that's a big one for the Colts. Receiver Josh Downs would maybe
pressure coming in. It's a little screen to Taylor. Moving around. Jonathan Taylor into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great footwork from Jonathan Taylor.
The Colts get in. And after a penalty, the Colts cash in for the first touchdown of this afternoon.
I was saying that Josh Downs may be the Colts' leading receiver with Pittman injured, but it may be Jonathan Taylor as Derek Brown diving right there, able to almost could Taylor, well, the ball got over the pylon right when he was down. So I think that this one's going to end up counting. We'll look right there. Yep. A clean touchdown for Jonathan Taylor. And he is looking to really get this season back on track for him, missing those first few games. That's his second touchdown of the season. I'm pretty sure that's going to count as a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, it will. It was I cannot believe
the first receiving touchdown of the season. And
yeah, you can see that the Panthers fans cannot believe this either. They probably, I mean, last week, I heard a lot of ref you're drunk references. So, and either way, can we just let the touchdown count? Let's just play football.
Yeah, almost like the Vikings did. Almost like the Vikings did against the Falcons. I know that we were talking about that before the game. I also want to bring this up in case you didn't know this, Chris. The Vikings did end up winning that game as well. So
yeah, that's what I mentioned. No,
almost
it does make the upright.
Extra point, barely on target, and I think we'll now finally take a commercial break. But Jonathan Taylor, first touchdown. How about we get the offense going for Carolina? How about we fire up some points?
Bryce Young and the Panthers take the field next. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me. I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told her like no way. Cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper. Woo! Woo! Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me. I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told her like no way. Cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper.
Welcome everyone back to the Carolina Cast as it's a return for Blackshear. Raheem Blackshear has got some space to the 40, trucks over the kicker near midfield, and what a return for Raheem Blackshear. Had a very similar one last week against Houston, and he keeps up a great job on the kickoff returns.
I mean, Raheem Blackshear, I was kind of confused as to why the Panthers were returning that kick to begin. And I'm not going to get my hopes up because this is about where the Panthers were when they got that fumbled punt. But let's see if they can make something happen here.
Carolina has more plays.
Get
than
Adam
total
Thielen
yards.
involved in this possession.
As now this is Chuba, got tripped up, might have had a first down if he didn't. But once again, very conservative approach by Carolina, and that the Panthers have more plays than yards this game. And it's because
a big reason why has been DeForest Buckner, who has just been all over the quarterback. Already has 2 sacks today. I mean, he is on pace. Frankie Louvu, he won that NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week. If Buckner keeps playing like this, it's definitely going to go to him.
And they'll run it. Chuba finds a hole. Hubbard has got some space. There he goes into the open field. Chuba Hubbard all the way to the Indy 30-yard line and enough for a Carolina Panther first down.
Great one by Hubbard. Making a move. And the Panthers, if you can open up your offense and make it two-dimensional with the run and pass, then you're going to be able to give Bryce Young more time. Great job right there. The run game is officially starting to get some yards. Let's see if they can maybe do something through the air as they're now at the 31 of Indianapolis. And there's
and
a jump.
lot of movement from both sides.
That looks like a jump from the Colts.
I think this is offside on Indy. I agree.
I saw one on the right
Yeah,
edge.
Offside on Indianapolis. So that's going to be 1st and 5 for Carolina. And I think it's on DeForest Buckner. It is.
It was on DeForest Buckner, yes. That edge I was talking about right there.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah,
I mean, you could even your right end ended up jumping right there as well.
Yeah.
So 1st and 5, a rare down in football.
And Hubbard cuts it back back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Try to run to the outside.
That could have been bad.
And now on a 2nd and 5, maybe you pass the football. I mean, yeah, Adam Thielen's the guy that's been getting 8 receptions a game. and 0 targets so far today. As Sanders checks into the game, so, I mean, there's a good chance we are passing the football.
And I was mentioning the streaks earlier with Thielen. 6 straight games with 5 catches and 50-plus receiving yards. He has been on point since week 1. And it's been kind of surprising to not see him feature, but now he's in the backfield with Sanders.
And a 2nd and 5, Young throws, and his pass is dropped by Jonathan Mingo.
Not a good read right there. That was a really small window. Mingo didn't get much separation, so I don't really understand that throw from Young right there. But now 3rd and 5. Could this potentially be 4-down territory? If not, then the Panthers just trying to come away from this drive with more than 3 points at this time.
I mean, yeah, you get a kickoff return, an extra boost. That means you don't have to do a lot to work it down the field. Carolina so far is 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today. Looking to make it 1 for 5 and extend the drive. Play clock is winding down. 3, 2, 1. They get it off. Young got time, running out of time. Going to take off and run it. Bryce Young shifting left and right for the Panther 1st down. Into the red zone goes your Carolina Panthers.
I mean, if you can't throw the ball, then do that at this point. Bryce Young just takes off on his own terms, and we saw him do that earlier. How about that juke right there?
Yeah.
That gets you the 1st down.
He is shifty with it. A nice run by Bryce Young.
And are the Panthers going to really score a touchdown this drive without any passing yards?
Well, we don't want to jinx anything, but now we got 5 minutes to go in the half. Carolina is in the red zone as they give it to Hubbard, and Chuba stuffed up line of scrimmage, and there's DeForest Buckner.
Who else but DeForest Buckner? He's a guy who could have easily been traded at the trade deadline, but Indianapolis still with some intentions of
winning football games. As
games.
Yeah, they could improve to 4 and 5 with the win today, keep themselves in the race for the postseason.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the Texans get the win.
Yeah. So now a 2nd and 10. 2 receivers on the left. Sullivan could become an option, but he's looking to block here. Thielen's on the right. Young takes another shotgun snap. Fires over the middle. It is caught, and no, it's not caught. It's dropped by Miles.
It's not caught. No, it is dropped by Miles Sanders.
And I thought that was a clear catch and run, and somehow Sanders dropped the football, and that's why he's getting taken off the field.
Unfortunately, this relationship between Miles Sanders and the Carolina Panthers is going to have to last another 3 seasons after this.
Oh my gosh, cannot believe this.
On the salary chart, unless they figure out a trade partner or they release him.
Yeah, I don't see us doing that. As now Raheem Blackshear checks
Blackshear's in the game.
The Panthers are in the situation, so maybe they get him involved.
Might as well let him control your own destiny right here.
Young throws. It's caught by Thielen, then he gets hammered by Julian Blackman.
Bryce Young, when you already throw that pass, you know it's not going to be a 1st down, and you're at this point of the field, you're in field goal range. That's kind of a pointless pass.
I mean, at that point, you're just trying to get at the hash that Pinheiro likes so you can take your 3. They're not even trying to get the 1st down.
That was a great composure from the Colts defense right there to end the drive. It's a defense that struggled.
No. How
about Eddie Pinheiro with 24 consecutive field goals made at home?
35 yards.
That is the longest streak in the NFL. And he keeps his longest streak alive.
Is that 25?
Yup. At home. Not in total. I don't think I've ever seen him miss at the bank. He only misses when he's out of town.
Well, he kicked that thing from out of town.
No, it didn't.
10-3. Panthers are on the board. 3:34 to go in the 1st half. But keep in mind, the Colts get the football now, and they get it for the 2nd half. So we'll see what the Panthers defense can come up with. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast. We are back here on the CarolinaCast. Eddie Pinheiro just drilled a 35-yard field goal, so your Panthers are on the board for the first time today. It was all thanks to a beautiful kickoff return by Raheem Blackshear, couple of runs from Chuba Hubbard, but that is it. I mean, Bryce Young in the passing game has not clicked at all today, and the Colts are going to start from their own 25-yard line.
One second.
So now with Indy starting from their own 25, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Another reminder that the Colts get the ball to start the second half. So it's a very big deal. There is a flag down. I don't know if that's a glitch or not. But so far, Jonathan Taylor has 39 rushing yards, 14 receiving yards, and a receiving touchdown. Now, all refs are huddling up. I have no clue what this penalty is. And I don't know what the penalty could be. I'm going to try and investigate here. So it was personal fouls on one player from both teams. There's a personal foul on Sam Franklin. And I'll have to say this. Oh, it was at the end of the play when Franklin and Julian Blackman, or that wasn't Julian Blackman, excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Franklin just, okay, that was a little bit of a flop. But I guess they're going to call it. Franklin and Martin were talking, and then 41 just fell over. Yeah, so that was kind of odd, but we play on. 1st and 10 from the Indy 25. It's a handoff. It'll go for a gain of 2 to 3 yards to Zach Moss, and the Panthers defense was ready for it. LeBrian Ray was there to make the tackle. And Taylor stays on the sideline. Carolina still has -6 passing yards. Not a stat you want to see when we're approaching halftime.
Absolutely. And the 5 penalties for 47 yards is the big one for me.
So now a 2nd and 8. Moss moving to the left of Minshew. It's a pass play. He's going to throw, and once again, it's batted down.
At one of these points, at one point, these batted down passes have to be interceptions.
I mean, they'll come eventually. It's kind of like taking shots in basketball. They're going to fall if they're not. As you can see right here, Shy Tuttle able to get his hands up. He was the first free agent signing that the Panthers made this past offseason. Now the crowd finally getting into it on a 3rd and 8 and an opportunity to get the Colts off the field and get the football back. That's the 3rd batted pass today by the Panthers defensive line, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. They're showing the blitz. And a lot of movement. This might be on Carolina. 3 flags were thrown. This might be a false start. I hope it is a false start on Indianapolis. So multiple false start penalties for the Colts have cost them. This is on Blake Freeland, and it's 3rd and 13 for the Colts. And with this Panthers crowd getting amped up, maybe that has something to do with it. I doubt it. There's not a lot in the stands, but I don't know. There's some type of miscommunication with the offensive line and snapping the football. So that's actually going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Colts. The crowd is getting into it, but I see a lot of...
Crowd is getting into it right here. And the pass game hadn't been developed as Michael Pittman is back in the game on this drive. Let's see if his name is used right here.
Panthers rush 4. Minshew rolling to his right. He's got time. Takes a shot, and it's caught for a 1st down. There is Michael Pittman, who gets a 1st down and a little bit more to extend the drive for Indianapolis.
I'm pretty sure that was that Robinson in coverage right there. That's a bit of a mismatch. And a zone coverage by the Panthers right there just gets exposed.
Oh, no, that was DiCaprio Boodle.
So, 1st and 10 now, and the Colts are in a position to run the ball right before the 2-minute warning.
And they do. Zach Moss is only going to gain a yard, and the Colts will run it to the 2-minute warning. They're going to have all 3 timeouts, and that was Carolina's chance to get a stop on the Colts, get an opportunity to score before halftime. And I doubt they're going to snap the ball here. Maybe try and draw Carolina offside, get better field positioning, and They tried, it's not going to work. So we will head to the 2-minute warning.
Head to the 2-minute warning.
Colts leading 10-3 is your score. They've got full advantage of this one. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me. I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way. Cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper.
Welcome, everyone, back to the CarolinaCast. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the CarolinaCast for all further football, basketball, baseball, etc. coverage of sports. We may only do Carolina sports for the regular season, but we get into a lot more in the postseason as the Panthers struggling right now. We hope they can go on some type of run to the postseason, but that's going to start with a win. And so far, it's not looking the best as they have just gotten beaten down statistically and, I mean, kind of mentally. So here we go. A 2nd and 8, trips left. All 3 timeouts for both teams. And Indy trying to work it down the field. Minshew takes the snap. Running out of time. Got to do something. He flips it to Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor fights his way for the first down.
No, I think they're going to mark him short right now. Never mind, they'll mark for the first. So Colts pretty much playing the 2-minute drill. Chance to go for 2 for 1. It looks like the Panthers won't be getting the ball back this half.
3rd and short.
And yes, I was right. They did mark him short.
3rd and short. Just going to keep it on the ground. Taylor, and we dragged him in front.
We dragged him into it. All the Panthers had to do was play prevent.
It was the Madden tackle. We had a chance, and we just stuffed him in front. We dragged him in front. Oh, that's unfortunate. So now it's a 1st and 10 and a lot of movement, but Minshew's going to throw. There's a flag down, and somehow Michael
what a
made
grab.
the catch as DiCaprio Boodle was in coverage. I think that was a free play because I think Carolina jumped offside, but oh my goodness, what a catch by Michael Pittman, and DiCaprio Boodle just got mossed. Yeah, and it is offsides against Carolina, so I would assume the penalty gets declined, and it does. It's on Brian Burns trying to bring that extra pressure.
I mean, that was just a terrific display of athleticism right there.
Yeah, and Burns knows that he'll take a breather on this play. I'm kind of surprised he is, but he'll be on the sideline.
I haven't seen that happen much this season, Krish.
Me neither. That's why I'm very confused. And the Panthers are trying to send the house at Minshew here on 1st and 10.
Trying to send Hill? Are they trying to send Troy Hill right there?
They are. Hill comes off, and this pass gets caught by Taylor, gets a few yards, and most importantly, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 64 seconds to go in the first half. So it'll be a 2nd and short. And the Colts just have full control in this final half unless there's some type of turnover that the Panthers can force. So they,
I mean,
they
at
gain
this
a
point,
yard.
you just gotta hope that you can force a 4th down and make a challenging field goal at this point.
As that was an opportunity right there to get that turnover. Minshew.
That would have been an
off-target
interception for
throw.
sure.
And that could have easily been an interception. I'll have to check again on who that was. But the Colts started 1 for 4 on 3rd down, now 3 for 3. So hopefully Carolina can change that here on this crucial 3rd down, that they could call a timeout and get the football back. Because I do not believe this is field goal range unless the Colts try and get it to 4th and manageable. As Burns getting the crowd into it. There is that home banging the seats. One of the biggest things that Panthers fans do is now they're looking to send the house at Minshew, and they do. Everybody coming after him. He throws, and that's incomplete. And that is massive. He was trying to go over the middle for Isaiah McKenzie. Xavier
That is
Woods
what I was saying. Now,
recovered.
challenging field goal or maybe even a punt right here. I'm not even sure they're going to. I don't think they're in range.
I don't think they're in field goal range for Matt Gay, which means Carolina's going to have all 3 timeouts and an opportunity to score. I think they are going to try the field goal. Matt Gay has 5 field goals made of 50-plus yards this season. That is tied for 2nd in the NFL. This is a 57-yard field goal, and he's going to try it to make it a 10-point lead for
If you get the stop
Indianapolis.
here, then you're in great field position if you're the Panthers.
And this kick looks right down the middle, and it is, oh my goodness, a beautiful kick by Matt Gay from 57 yards out. And talk about having a trusty kicker that'll give the Colts a 10-point lead with under a minute to go in the first half. Oh my goodness. That would have been gone.
That thing had room to spare.
Wow. I'm very impressed. I did not know he had that type of leg. Okay, well, Carolina, I think we should stay on here. Carolina's going to get the ball back. I mean, either way, despite having all 3 timeouts, the Panthers have struggled to move. They have negative passing yards. So I'm not sure how they're going to be able to move the ball down and even get a field goal. That just comes off a little interesting as, if we look at statistics.
I cannot believe. I was thinking that right there, you get that stop, you're in plenty of good shape, but clearly the Colts were fine with the 4th and 9 because they know that their guy can make it.
I'm honestly very impressed with that kick. As I believe Eddie Piñeiro's career long is 54, and Matt Gage has hit 57 like it was nothing. I mean, that would have been good from maybe 63, 64. Incredible.
So now for the Panthers, you have 3 timeouts still and around 50 seconds. So your goal is to at least score some points on this drive. I mean, you kind of have to with 3 timeouts.
Yeah, for sure. Now the question is, how are you going to approach this drive to score? Because, I mean, so far the pass game has not worked. Whatever the attempt to score and to get the ball down the field has not worked. So what do you do here? Because the Colts are still, I mean, the Colts either way have sent the house very well at Bryce Young in this non-trustworthy offensive line. I don't want to say anything else because I am very frustrated with this offensive line. I can tell that Bryce Young is too. I mean, at the end of the day, one guy can only do so much. So Matt Gay's going to boot it away. There's 53 seconds. I kind of hope Blackshear doesn't bring this out so we have some time to spare. And yes, he will let it go. And Carolina will start from the own 25-yard line. 53 seconds on the clock. Keep in mind, Piñeiro's career long is 54. So definitely going to have to get it.
Look at the Colts defense, 37 plus points on 3 straight games. Chris, a lot would have to change for that to happen today.
I mean, yeah, they definitely. I mean, I don't even know if they came in with a different mentality or the Panthers just don't have an offense and it's really getting exposed. Yeah, they only have 46 total yards. And this is a passing drive. So we'll see what Bryce Young and the Panthers can do. He only has 14 yards passing, snaps the ball, throws. It's caught by Stephon Sullivan.
Stephon Sullivan finally gets his reception right there.
And they're going to say
get out of bounds. Good job. That's about all you can do right there.
Now, I think that is a great way to approach the drive. And I think Carolina should play an offense like that in general. I like that play. So that's gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. 5 seconds go off the clock. And they get positive 7 yards. That's what you want. Young now throws to the other side. It's caught for another first down. Mingo, and he gets out of bounds. I don't know why the Colts keep doing this.
I don't know why this passing game is just clicking all of a sudden, but
yeah, why where was this? Why can't we do this?
And
like
the weird part about this is at this point the Colts know that they're passing the football. So
yeah,
that's what I find weird is that
why can't we do this on our normal drives? I like this. I mean, either way, it's a first down. We've only burnt 9 seconds and have moved the football very efficiently. Low snap, Young. Throwing, caught again. Sullivan just shy of the first down marker.
Where was this the entire first
29
minutes of the game?
This is the same game. And
I'm watching.
Like what?
I'm watching an entirely new offensive line and receiving corps. Yep, he gets both feet in right there. Good job.
And he's just short of the marker, but like, dude, look, for the last hour and a half, we've watched this same offense. Like, what is going on? I mean, maybe you can get Adam Thielen involved, but either way, let's just keep doing what we're doing, honestly. 2nd and 1, Young taking a shot, and it's incomplete.
I thought for a millisecond when I saw Bryce take a shot that maybe we had somebody open downfield. But now 3rd and 1. You cannot afford to punt. No, because if you run the ball, then if you're the Colts and they end up, and the ball is somewhat in play, and like if Bryce Young gets sacked or whatever, the Panthers are calling timeout.
Well, I kind of think the Colts are about to send the house. And yeah, I think the Colts are about to send the house. They know what's about to happen. And yeah, we do give it a Chuba, so I called it, and we get the first down. Now you call timeout. There you go. And it looks like whose helmet came off? One of our offensive linemen lost their helmet at the end of the play. So yeah, we'll stay on here, of course. It's a quick 30-second timeout. So we get the first down. We got 2 timeouts. So this is, I know we're watching the same football game, right? Like there's nothing that just changed. We didn't change coordinators. We didn't change. I mean, obviously the only thing we changed is that we're passing the ball. We didn't change anything. I don't know. I see another thing I'm trying to think of is when Frank Reich about a few months ago, actually right before the season started, said that, we don't want to show a lot of stuff that we want to show in the regular season. Is this what they were waiting to show us? Because I have not seen anything ever since that statement. Like they said they were hiding something. They didn't want to show everything in the preseason. So now I'm wondering. I remember when the Panthers made that post of the definition of preseason when we were struggling.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. As Young got to throw it, and it's intercepted.
No.
Intercepted. More to the 20, 15, 10,
house.
5. It's a pick 6. Touchdown, Indianapolis, and there's no flags. And they're doing the Doogie in our end zone. Oh, my gosh. I actually might laugh. This is unbelievable. It was too good to be true. Oh, my God. Are you serious? Really? In what good world do you throw that football? No, watch this again. Hold on. In what good world? I think he misclicked. There's no way he actually tried to do that, right?
No, that was just...
Throw the ball away. It's okay. It's okay to throw the ball away. And that game,
a blocked PAT would have been huge right there to cut the lead to 16. Oh my God. Woo-hoo.
I can't believe this. So the last thing you wanted to do right there was throw an interception. So why are you forcing the ball?
No, the last thing you wanted to do was throw a pick six. A pick six actually was the last thing that you wanted. The interception was fine as long as he didn't house it.
I wish I could just say that the Colts know Frank Reich enough to know what he's doing, but unfortunately, I think the Colts are just better than Frank Reich. I can't believe this. Dude, they're not even showing Bryce's face. Or that might be because he's too small, but
now they're showing it.
I'm watching it replay right now. Dude,
so I think that I think we do need to give no, hear me out. We do need to give credit to where credit is due to the play right there. Yeah, that was really unfortunate by the Panthers.
Man, Bordeaux, if you guys know the YouTuber Bordeaux, he's going to be all over this. I just don't understand the logic. I'm trying not to yell because I like Bryce Young, and it's not Sam Darnold. I don't understand the logic.
It's because he bought his jersey.
I don't understand the logic of
I
that
do.
throw.
What I was saying about earlier, giving credit where credit is due. Kenny Moore, second career touchdown, first in 3 years. That's his second interception of the season as well.
Do we even try? Yeah, we're running the ball. We're just going to halftime.
No, knee it. No,
we are passing. Wow, let's throw another one, and we're gonna get sacked. This is so poverty. Look at that. He's
God, no! He did the sweep. Well, Krish, I think that's a good way to take us into halftime, where I will be giving you some Panthers trivia questions, and maybe one of them will be about how many interceptions Bryce has on the season.
I don't even want to look. That's the face the entire.
How about this one? When was the last time a Panthers quarterback threw a pick six?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We'll head into the break. We'll see if you can get it in the next 60. 20-3. It could be 28-3. I mean, it could be worse, guys.
You're watching live on the CarolinaCast. Here.
We're just going to get straight to it. I have already found the answer. So, when was the last time that a Panthers quarterback threw a pick six?
All right. I think it was last year. I'm thinking that. I think it was last year. I'm trying to think. I'm going through every game. I know what happened last year. I know what happened because I said pick six. Oh, was it the Falcons game? PJ before halftime. Like almost the same sequence, or was that a fumble? I think he threw a pick six, or was that a fumble?
The one that I found, the most recent one that I found on record was Baker Mayfield against the 49ers last season.
Oh,
Now,
I swear, I think PJ threw a pick six against
let
the
me
Falcons.
see if he threw the pick six. What's the one
Or
that
maybe he
the one that
fumbled
Bryce,
the ball.
Wait, the one that Bryce Young had to Aiden Hutchinson this season was not a pick six, correct?
No, it was not a pick six. That was
No, you are actually right. It was a Lorenzo Walter.
Yeah,
Lorenzo
yeah,
Carter,
yeah.
pick six.
Let's
So
go.
Chris is 1 for 1. Very good. All right, this one kind of hard. Who was the first ever head coach in Carolina Panthers history?
Will probably be. I'll just say Frank Reich, but I can't even say his name right now.
It was Dom Capers. He won.
Can't even say Frank Reich's name.
He won Coach of the Year. He won
Can't
Coach
even
of the
say
Year.
Frank Reich's name right. But to answer your question, you said first coach in Panthers history.
Yeah.
Capers. Don.
Yes, that was his first name. All right, so who was the first ever draft pick in Panthers history?
95. It was the defensive player. I know that.
Well, it says in their first NFL draft, so I think they had the fifth pick.
Yeah, it was. I only remember that it was a defensive player. I think he sucked, or maybe he didn't.
It was a quarterback. I'll give you that hint.
It was a quarterback. It wasn't Delhomme. No, it wasn't Delhomme.
He went to Penn State for college.
Penn State. I have no clue who this is.
It was Kerry Collins. Well,
I don't know who that is. Wow.
Move
Okay.
on to the next question. Where you were at the Hall of Honor game last week? I'm assuming you should know this. Where did Moose go to college?
I genuinely don't know this. I'm gonna say LSU.
Michigan State, the Spartans.
Then
So that's an interesting one. All right, what was the score of the Panthers' first Super Bowl appearance?
32-29, game-winning field goal by Vinatieri.
That is correct.
That was tough.
So, what was the name of the Panthers' first stadium that they ever played in? Their first home stadium for the inaugural season.
I know it was in South Carolina. I think we played at Clemson Stadium.
That is correct.
Memorial Stadium?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, so that's about all that we have on here. I was gonna ask you where Sam Mills went to college, but since you didn't get Moose, I don't think you'd get that one.
No, I wouldn't get that. I'm not good.
How many games did it take the Panthers to win their first game?
I'm just gonna guess this. It's 9.
All right. So let's see. You know what? We're actually going to change this a little. I found a website where you and I can both play along. So
Okay. You want to screen share?
I'll screen share. I haven't done this on StreamYard before, so okay. Here we go. We're just going to go straight into it. All right. So Panthers' first ever draft pick. We already knew that. That was Kerry Collins. Oh, I like the sound effects. Which future Hall of Famer did the Panthers lure out of retirement? Why do I feel like it was Marcus Allen? Was it Rod Woodson? I feel like it was Allen or Woodson. I don't know why.
I honestly don't know this.
We're gonna guess Woodson. Guess Allen though.
It was Reggie White. Wow.
0 for 4. Reggie White comes out of a 1-year retirement. That's crazy. In which round was Steve Smith selected? I already guessed second round for fun. That was incorrect.
Wait, you already guessed second round?
Yeah, so 1 second round.
I think I might be wrong. I think it was the first round. I think it was the first round pick. Wow.
No third round.
Dude, okay.
74th overall. Okay, which Panthers QB holds the team record for most passing yards in a one season?
In a season. If it said all time, I know that's Cam.
I feel like we still gotta go. I feel like we still.
Yeah, it
gotta
has
go
to be
Cam.
Cam, right? Or it's Cam or DeLone.
Okay,
It's
I
Cam
think
or it's DeLone. How? Berlin. Wow, that's crazy. I did not know that.
What's the name of the Carolina Panthers?
Pounce.
How about we call him
How am I
Prowler? That would
supposed
be.
to- Yeah. Okay, I don't know how number 6 is. I don't know how we're getting this right.
It's got to be 13.
Oh, that's wow. Okay.
Which Panther linebacker led the league in tackles as a rookie?
Luke.
Who scored the first regular season touchdown in Panthers history?
That was it was a tight end. Oh, I forgot his name.
That's a pretty tight end-esque name right there.
Was it Pete? Dude, it was. I knew right through it.
All right, what do we got? What do we got here, Krish?
Was the first to have his jersey number retired. Sam Mills.
All right, can we end the hot streak?
Which Panther became the first NFL player to return to play after 3 ACL tears? Ooh. I know Fozzie suffered one, but I don't think it's him.
It's not Steve.
It's not Steve. I don't think it's Thomas Davis.
So we think it's Charles?
No, I don't know who Charles is.
But
I think it's
makes
Fozzie.
sense.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it is Thomas. That's crazy.
All right, we'll go 2 more questions before we head off.
Which Panthers from the first quarterback throw for 400 yards in the first game? That was Cam. Yeah, that's obvious. Who was the first Panthers record in the
12-4? No, I mean they're not.
No,
I mean,
that was the
3 and
second
13.
season.
3-13.
Yeah. I think so. All right, 5-11.
7-9.
They did not go
Wow.
7, bro.
Okay.
Which Panther was named Defensive Rookie of the Year? I think that was Peppers. Please don't fact check me. All right, there we go. Who was the first? That head coach, that was Tom Capers.
All right, one more before we go.
Jerry Richardson.
All right, there we go. Pretty good. I think we went, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. We got probably about 9 or 8 out of 15. I'll have the official review after, but I thought that was a pretty resourceful exercise, you know.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
we're about to come back.
Yeah, we are. So that ended up taking up all of halftime. If we want to take one quick commercial break before we head on.
We will. Second half coming up next. Your Panthers try to rally back. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
We on fire. Step up in the party. Step up in the party high. We on fire. Right up to the party. Right up to the party high. Hey. Welcome to the party. Hey. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Hey. Welcome to the party. Hit 'em up, huh? Get 'em up, huh? Put 'em up, huh? We waking up, high with my dogs, riding high when we pull up. Ride with my dogs, riding high when we pull up. When we ride, when we pull up. We be high when we pull up. Coupe with the top down, no cellar. Rocks on the watch now, I'ma get roof on fire. We ride, pull up in the tank, bout it, Get on some rock in the drop full of things. Get with a squad, 100 cars full of things. Yeah, I pull up with fire, boy, and chinchilla. Yeah, especially Montana, Thriller, and Manila. Roof on fire, we be high like a willow. Shorty bad talking MJ Thriller. Welcome to the party, sipping on the air. Pull up in the rock, DJ bring it back. Fell in love with Sean, money like Shaq. Welcome to the party. 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 Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn. Burn up, let it burn.
I came from my body, color pop along my body. Welcome to the party, welcome to the catch your body. Put your in shit, we don't give a fuck about it. Start a rhyme, I'm gonna start a rhyme. Welcome to the trap, got my grandma selling crack. I make what you making when you're sitting down to moving packs. Make up city jumping jacks like she was an acrobat. Had these looking at me crazy cause I got face hats. Ooh, drip. I can knock a rifle. Drop a million on my crib, now look up shit. And I'm still at my probation. Papa broken full of mixer. You just broken, you just hating. All these diamonds on me skating. Man, I do this every day. Spend 2,000 on some shades. I got 10 and lay. Your boyfriend broke his diamonds fake.
Welcome to the party. 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 Step up in the party. Step up in the party high.
All right, welcome back to the Carolina Cast. It is time for the second half, where I'm showing more energy than the Panthers offense. We're down by 17, heading into the third quarter. Colts get the ball to start the second half, and we're just going to get straight into it. All right, so I'm gonna take over for the third quarter for a little bit, as the Panthers ended the first half on a very bad note, throwing a pick six to Kenny Moore. The Colts will take a 20-3 lead. So here we go. Second half beginning now. Pinheiro will boot it away, and we will keep this one going from Bank of America Stadium. And if the Panthers can get a defensive stop and maybe somehow get something going on offense, this could be a turnaround. The Panthers have hurt themselves way too many times in this game. They've costed themselves way too many times in this game. And it has just been hard to watch, especially in a game where the Panthers have an opportunity to get back into the playoff race. If they can get on a winning streak, the second half of their schedule is not one of the hardest in the NFL. They're not taking advantage of it. We'll get things going in the second half with a handoff to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. That's Shy Tuttle getting in there, Brian Burns, and other members of the Panthers defense. So first play of the second half goes nowhere for Indianapolis. They'll be stuck at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Gain of 0 yards on the carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that looks like they're going to run the football again here on 2nd and 10. Just keep it on the ground. Let the clock run down. It's play action this time. Minshew looking downfield. It's caught by Taylor. He's going to be just shy of the first down. Luvu and company make massive tackles, but a flag is down. And we'll see what the call is. That is an impressive tackle by Frankie Luvu, keeping Jonathan Taylor ahead of the first down marker. But this is all pending the flag that was thrown once Taylor made the catch. We got to hope this is on Indianapolis. And no, it's going to be on Carolina. Illegal contact against Dante Jackson, and that's going to be an automatic first down. So just when we thought it'd be 3rd and short, that's what's going to ruin the drive.
That's a clear one right there. I mean, now you gotta get the ball. You gotta hope that the Colts don't get the ball past the 50 at this point, because we saw how large of a leg Gay has after that last one. It's just a stuff right there.
DiCaprio Boodle read the play like a book. He's able to get to Isaiah McKenzie.
How about DiCaprio? He's making some plays today for the Panthers.
Yeah, DiCaprio was picked up about a month ago. He joined the practice squad, and then with injuries to J.C. Horn and Dante was injured for a little bit. A lot of injuries in the secondary for Carolina. That's why there's no Von Bell today. DiCaprio has gotten his opportunity and has done a pretty solid job. Now a 2nd and 9. Low snap. Minshew throws, and his passes
dropped.
Almost intercepted by Boodle. And it's 3rd and 9. He had an opportunity to completely change this game for Carolina, and that ball barely got over the defensive line, and Pierce almost came away with it, but Boodle was also there. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for Indianapolis, and they have to pass.
3rd and 9. listen, make sure that you do not commit a penalty. If the Colts get a first down, let them earn it right here, because with how many penalties the Panthers have had today, this is just, I don't even know, Chris. It feels like the Panthers have been not even awake this game. It feels like this hadn't even been like a real Panthers game.
But here comes Carolina on the rush, and they're going to get to Minshew. They show some life right here. It's Deshaun Williams with the sack. 4th down, and the Colts are going to have to boot it back to Carolina.
And great job right there. I know that down 17 points is a lot, but if the Panthers keep making defensive plays like that, they're going to be back in contention in this game. The question is whether they can do it on offense. I know that they're on pace to give up 40 points right now, but I still think that you're in an okay spot.
As long as you can come away with points on this drive, as Ihmir Smith-Marsette will return. We need something from him here, and it's not going to be a lot. He tries to draw an extra bit of drama at the end and maybe get a flag. But here comes Bryce Young in the offense, and they have, I mean, I don't know if they're worried or they're just not in the mood to play football today. I don't know. Something's up. This does not look like the offensive play calling that Thomas Brown was calling last week.
Chris, it kind of looks similar to it, to be honest. Not a lot of... Yeah. Unfortunately so. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but... This is very similar to what I saw from a TV view.
Yeah, that's also very true. I mean, I saw a few deep plays. I mean, obviously
there were a few deep plays. I'll give you that. The one to Mingo and the one to Thielen. I mean,
yeah, those were
I haven't seen that today, but I feel like the reason that those happened is because Bryce was able to roll out of the pocket, and he's been really wanting to stay in the pocket today, which I've been confused about. If you're gonna get sacked, you might as well make an effort to run outside of the pocket, but instead, that's not happening at all whatsoever.
Correct. It's now a commercial for the NBA in-season tournament is coming up. And to keep you in mind about that, next Friday, the Hornets head on the road to play the Wizards for their first in-season tournament game. And that will likely be on the CarolinaCast. As we'll definitely be tuning in to the game tonight and our game at the Spectrum Center on Wednesday. But the next Hornets broadcast should be that in-season tournament game this Friday. Our first in-season tournament matchup against the Washington Wizards. It'll be at Capital One Arena, normal 7 o'clock starting time. You're going into this drive for Carolina, and like we've mentioned, you're not in a terrible situation. I mean, you can, if you get a touchdown, which obviously really hard to think about when you're an offense that likes to be slow and take everything slow and that doesn't want to get flashy, you have a real chance of getting something going. And if you can get into the end zone here, I mean, this is going to completely change this game. Sir Purr is the only life that the Panthers have right now. He's trying to, I mean, he's just walking around like he can't even believe this. So here we go. Panthers have the ball. Bryce Young is 7 for 14, 35 yards and an interception. CJ Stroud had 450 passing yards and 5 touchdowns today. As it's a handoff to Miles Sanders, and this might be one of his best runs of the season. Gain of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. 4 years, $25 million contract. So the Carolina Panthers gave Miles Sanders over the offseason, coming off a 1,000-yard rushing year with the Philadelphia Eagles, behind probably the best offensive line in the NFL. 2nd and 3. They're going to keep it on the ground, and Sanders should have enough for the first down. 1st and 10, the Carolina Panthers move the chains. Looking around the league real quick, somehow the Raiders have a 24-0 lead at halftime over the Giants, and the Eagles lead the Cowboys 17-14. So this is the only game, and that's also at halftime. This is the only game that is live at the moment. So 2 receivers bunched up on the left. Mingo and Stephon Sullivan on the right. We've seen a lot of Sullivan on the field today. Young throws and his pass is caught to guess who? Adam Thielen gets something going. Gain of a few yards, and it'll be 2nd and mid for Carolina. That's Thielen's first reception of the game, and he's finally able to get something going for himself. Thielen averaging about 8 receptions per game. With his tenure so far with Carolina, is on pace to have the greatest season of his NFL career, but today we'll dip into that statistic as that's only his first catch. It'll go for 7 yards. It's a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground with Hubbard, and he powers his way for a gain of 1 yard, if anything. So it's going to be 3rd and short for Carolina. And this is a make or break 3rd down. You must convert here if you're the Panthers. Try to run the ball, and it's not going to work as Hubbard only gets a yard. It's 3rd and 3. I mean, for the Panthers, this is easily the play of the game. You can continue this drive, try and work it down the field, maybe get points, or you're going to punt the football right back to Indy. Trips right, and now, never mind, they're going to motion Mingo to the left. So 2 receivers on both sides. Young throws. It's caught by Sanders for a 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds at midfield, and the Panthers continue the drive.
So I guess good things happen when I'm not on stage. But I guess I was gonna say that maybe we are at the downfall of Miles Sanders' career.
Oh, one of the coaches fell. The defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, fell at the end of the play. He took a tumble from Sanders.
Maybe there was a good speech at halftime, Krish.
I don't want to get my hopes too high. It's a handoff for Sanders. He stays on his feet. Miles Sanders.
He's back.
That's one of his Panthers' career. It's a 1st down, gain of 11.
It is a good sign when he's already had 2 of the best Panthers runs of his career in one single drive. Miles Sanders is looking like he's back into week 2 form against the New Orleans Saints. Let's keep it up here, guys.
We needed some life out of Miles Sanders, and he's starting to work it down the field very nicely. So now a 1st and 10. Panthers are in Indianapolis territory. Sanders will get a breather. Raheem Blackshear is in the backfield. He's going to get the ball. Blackshear cuts it back, and if anything, gained a yard.
So only a yard max right there from Blackshear. And I don't really like going to Blackshear right there because I feel like you're doing so well with Sanders. Why just stop?
I know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, the thing is, the Panthers have had a lot of things broke that they haven't fixed, so why fix something that isn't broke?
I also don't like this strategy because we're taking down so much clock.
I don't think clock's an issue. If you score a touchdown this drive, the clock's not an issue.
It's a quick pass to Sanders. He checks back in, and he'll pick up another Carolina 1st down. And Miles Sanders is single-handedly taking care of this drive for the Panthers.
Miles Sanders is back. I'm not sure if Chuba Hubbard is injured, and that's why he's getting all these plays, but maybe this is something you can build on going into the Thursday night game.
And there you go, man. Miles Sanders finally getting something going. Hopefully he can continue. We can get some other guys involved. This looks like another run play. Chuba Hubbard has checked into the game, and they will give it to him. Hubbard running full speed ahead, and he wants to make sure his running back 1 spot is secured. He gets 7 yards.
That's the motivation that you want between receivers. You want them to both be fighting for something and not both be not fighting and just seeing whoever fights less wins. You want to see whoever fights more.
This is certainly a good issue to have if you're Carolina.
But they still have yet to develop a passing game.
And that's why they're going to keep it on the ground, and Hubbard does not have enough. So now it's 3rd and short, and do you just keep it on the ground, or you do another one of those short passes? Because you need to score a touchdown on this drive. You know that.
My goodness.
And like I'm saying,
Krish, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you talked about the out-of-town scoreboard, but the Raiders are beating the Giants 24-0.
Yeah, I just mentioned that it's 24-0, and now they run the ball and Hubbard
4th down. You have to go for this on 4th down. I don't care what happens. You have to go for this. If the Panthers do not go for this, I'm going to be very ashamed.
I mean, if you're going to go for it, just get up to the line and go right now. Don't wait for the defense. Yeah, if you're going to go, if you ever go for it, my mentality is just go.
It looks like Thomas Brown and Frank Reich are maybe having it looks like there's maybe a dispute on the Panther sideline. I'm not sure if they're just this may be an offside trap, so I'm not getting my hopes up.
They snap the ball. It's a pass play. Young fires, and it is caught. Oh, my goodness. Tommy Tremble with a great catch for the first down, and the passing game got some life on that play.
I know that Bryce Young is so shocked after that pass and then it was caught. He tried to play it cool with a poker face after, but he's a little bit proud of himself right there. How about Tommy Tremble, double coverage, holding on to the football?
Yeah.
And now the Panthers have 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
And they are moving it down the field. I mean, if you're going to do all this, you have to get in the end zone, no matter what. You must score a touchdown on this drive. You don't have a choice. So here we go. 1st and goal.
Colts are sending too deep.
Play. Young to the end zone, and he had Thielen, but a little bit of miscommunication, incomplete. And I say you run it here.
I'm not sure as much as miscommunication as that was an underthrow, but maybe Thielen could have made a little bit more of an effort to get to it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
all right, maybe I think you run the ball here. That's my personal opinion. I want to run the ball here. I mean, these Panthers fans are anxiously waiting to celebrate a touchdown. I mean, I only got to celebrate one last week, so.
Well, with Sanders in the backfield, how much do you really like your odds? It looks like the Colts may be sending a 4 or 5.
And Carolina has to burn a timeout.
See, this is what I will never understand.
This is another massive issue. You're standing there for 20 seconds, and then this is what I don't like about Bryce Young that he does. We're standing there for 20 seconds, and then 5 seconds, I'll be like, hey, you guys good? You guys, he starts talking like, bro, snap the ball. No, you guys are not good. You guys are losing by 17. You're wasting time. You're wasting the play clock, and you're wasting timeouts.
Pretty good rant right there. Well, we're at a stoppage, which makes me do my annual thing where I have to get up from my chair and walk over to my television when everybody here needs to click the subscribe button. Right there, you see that subscribe, FREE, free, just like the amount of points that the Panthers have right now on the scoreboard. 3 points. Yeah, I'll go over here one more time. See, look, we have Bryce Young. We haven't seen him wear this uniform combo yet. Hopefully, we'll score more points whenever he does. And then LaMelo Ball right here. How about that defense that he played last night? If you want to play good defense like LaMelo Ball, you can subscribe to this channel and you will play very good defense as well. All it takes is one click. We're not asking that much. I mean, right now I'm not even asking that much. All I'm asking for is the Panthers to get a playoff on time.
And, I mean, hopefully they can. Hopefully Bryce doesn't start talking to his guys again. But here we go. 2nd and goal. This looks like a run. So the Colts are definitely ready for it. But Hubbard cuts it back inside. Chuba to the 5-yard line. And it's 3rd and goal.
So, let me ask you this. Since you've already gone for it on 4th down once here, is it time to where no matter what happens, this is probably 4-down territory as well?
I would imagine so, but I don't want to worry about 4th down. I want to worry about this crucial 3rd and goal at the 5 and just try and punch it in here.
Well, I don't think they're going to be running the football from the 5-yard line.
Definitely not. And that
yep. Blackshear's on the field. I feel like we've seen this pass play before and it ended up in a sack.
All right, 8. Said, look at the play clock. 6, 5. Young takes the snap, looking, rolling to his left. He's got a man. It's caught in the end zone. It's DJ Chark. Touchdown, Carolina. And the Panthers are back in this game. DJ Chark with the touchdown. And he makes an appearance for the Panthers.
How about that, DJ Chark? I completely forgot he existed. I'm going to be honest. I've been talking about wide receivers. I've been talking about Thielen and Mingo. DJ Chark, he makes the nice catch. And then how about the execution right there? Holding on to the football, making sure you run with the football once you've caught it. And then you're going to run over the pylon, stretching out. Lovely effort right there. And now the Panthers, there's a bit of energy that they may be back in this football game.
15 plays, 77 yards, caps off with a DJ Chark touchdown. The extra point is good. And your Carolina Panthers are back in business. Bryce Young to DJ Chark for the touchdown. And Carolina trails by 10. You're watching live on the CarolinaCast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way, and I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot, I'm with the murder team, call a cop, we in the building, y'all are not, you showing the paper. Woo! Woo! Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way.
Welcome, everybody, back to the CarolinaCast, and your Panthers, 15 plays, 77 yards, go all the way down the field and cap it off with a passing touchdown. Bryce Young to DJ Chark. So in the first half, Carolina had 63 total yards. They had 77 on the last drive, and it's their first third-quarter touchdown this season. So a lot just
and
changed.
It's almost like Bryce finally realized that DJ Chark is out there for him. DJ Chark had a great second half to the year last season with the Lions. Hopefully you do the same with the Panthers. But I hate to bring up a sore subject. If you don't throw that interception, it's a 3-point game.
Correct. I mean, something.
And if the Panthers had got a field goal that drive, then we're tied.
Minshew looking downfield, and his pass is caught by Pittman for a first down and more. So now here's the other thing. The Panthers defense got a lot of rest, so I'm kind of hoping we don't see stuff like that, and they're actually not tired, and they can keep playing. That is a beautiful route by Michael Pittman.
Pittman's always been I feel like there hasn't been a bust wide receiver out of USC since I can think of. Jordan Addison this year, obviously pretty good too, but I mean, 6 receptions for 60 yards. He has accounted for over half of Minshew's passing yards.
Carolina's going to be ready to stuff this run as they're ready for it here. And unfortunately, Derek Brown can't get it for a TFL, but he was all over that one. And Taylor will stay at the line of scrimmage at 2nd and 10.
How about you try to get a stop right here? I mean, great job from Brown. And there's still a lot of game left. There's about 18 minutes of football left to be played. So, if you're the Panthers, go out, get a stop right now. But you probably want to get the ball back by the end of the third quarter, realistically. As empty backfield right here. I haven't seen much of Josh Downs this game. Maybe a look for him if you're the Colts.
He had one catch earlier in the first quarter, and he's going to throw it quickly, or this is caught by McKenzie, and he's going to get a first down all the way to midfield as the pressure came right at Gardner Minshew, and he just barely got that pass off.
So they moved the chains here still. Not past midfield yet, so we'll see, but Brian Burns,
we had a chance.
Was too late. A diving effort just fell short, and
Deion Jones almost had that.
besides Pittman, it's been an array of Colts receivers that have been making plays.
Looks like a design run, and it is, and this is going to be eaten up once again. So the Panthers have been ready for the run. They know the Colts like to run the ball. Taylor, not a lot of running room for him, but now Carolina also has to be ready for this passing game because the Colts are showing it a lot more on this drive.
Second down and 10 now.
As Taylor gets stuff. There is Ajero Vero, defensive coordinator from Carolina, coming over from Denver. Did a splendid job. It was the only positive thing about that Broncos team from last year was their defense.
Yeah, now that Broncos team, they got a win going into the bye, so we'll see how they do this year.
Here comes the pressure again, and Minshew just has to throw it away.
And this is the biggest third down and 10 here. This is the biggest play of the game for sure.
And the Panthers are bringing in the pressure very well. There's not a lot that Minshew could do right there, and these Panthers fans are just hoping, can the defense get a stop? And with the momentum riding on the offensive side of the football, can the Panthers get some life? Here we go. Easily the biggest play of the game. Deshaun Williams getting the crowd into it. It is a 3rd and 10 for Indianapolis. Play clock is winding down. They are 4 for 9 on third down conversions. Got to get the snap off. They do. Here comes the pressure. Minshew throws, and it's underthrown and incomplete.
Pierce tried to run away with it off the one hop right there. I'm not even sure how good of great defense that was based on mis-execution from Gardner Minshew right there.
And, yeah, Vero is very happy with the result.
And you get the ball back, like I said, before the end of the third quarter. The Panthers, they reached their drive goal right there for me.
And Minshew just did not have a clear room to throw the football. Now, maybe special teams, they've come up big once, but the offense couldn't capitalize on it. Can they come up big once again as they are trying to run after this? They do. Sanchez boots it away, and
you gotta let that go.
Marset is just going to take – there's a late flag. A flag came in when Marset caught the ball.
There's Bryce. He's staying – if it's a 5-yard penalty, would it still be a 4th down?
And I think they're going to talk to the other refs.
I don't like this. Panthers are already pinned deep on that punt, so if it's half the distance to the goal. Krish, I'm getting word that the penalty is
Hold on.
The penalty is a tripping penalty on Grusier Hill.
Oh no, hold on 1 second.
It's on Grugier Hill.
Yeah, and they said half the distance to the goal.
There was an illegal block above the waist as well, but that was declined. So
yeah, that was declined. So now Carolina started
to the goal.
6.
We'll stay on here.
Yeah, I mean, this is very crucial. So the Panthers last week, Sam, do you remember how, I don't remember the exact spot, but the Panthers had a similar drive like this last week to win the game against Houston.
Yeah, the difference is last week against Houston, the Panthers were down by 1 going into the 4th, and now today they're down by 10.
Man, that third down stop was huge, though.
Third down stop's huge, but Krish, gonna be honest here, the Panthers, you gotta get at least 3 points on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, just points. That's all we want. We just want points.
I have a really bad feeling that Bryce is gonna get sacked for a safety.
I think first play we should probably run the ball.
First play, you give the ball to Miles Sanders and you run the football.
Definitely just try and get out of trouble. And if you can't, I mean, obviously, sometimes it doesn't work.
I'd say even first 2 plays you run the football because, I mean, the Bryce has already had a couple clutch third down conversions lately.
Jalen Hurts unloading to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Who is it?
Devontae Smith.
Oh, God.
And all the fireworks just went off at Lincoln Financial. 1, 2. I wish I could watch that. That looks like a lot of fun, guys. Oh well. All right, so now we're just waiting.
There is a question on the Hornets social media on the Plane Flight to Dallas today that was, would you rather play without shoes or wear a Hugo the Hornet costume in an NBA game?
Oh, I want to wear the costume.
That's what LaMelo said. LaMelo said he wanted to be like 2K.
No, remember the I don't know if you all know this, NCAA football, they used to have a mode.
Yes, yeah. I know. I would play with the Stanford tree always.
Yeah, the Stanford tree. They you could play with the mascots as the players. All right, well, here we go. 1:48 to go in the third. You got the entire fourth quarter, and it sounds great and all, but the only issue here is
that you're at the 6-yard line. As you and I were saying, Miles Sanders in the backfield. Chris, there's a chance that the Colts could be sending 6 here.
It
looks like just 4.
Sanders gets away. He's gonna get a first down and get us out of trouble.
That is exactly what you need. Miles Sanders. I mean, not all heroes wear capes right there, but Miles Sanders. Now, at least, you won't be giving up 2 points on a safety.
Yeah, they're showing back how Bryce Young threw that pick 6, then came back and did this.
And you have to think about it, it's still only the third quarter. There's a lot of game left to be played.
I mean, the stat lines just don't look a lot of fun for Bryce, but...
I mean, at least it's not 24-0. At least we're not the Giants.
Correct. It's a handoff to Hubbard, and Chuba fights his way for a yard or 2. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 plays off before the quarter ends. Yeah, here was the Devontae Smith touchdown.
What a throw from Jalen.
Just a dime.
I mean, that's going to be a game that I will be turning on the second that this game ends, respectfully.
As there's the NFC East standings. I mean, the Panthers.
Wow, the Commanders 4-5. They are still. If the Commanders hadn't played any divisional games, they'd be 4-2.
Now a 2nd and 7. Young looking, he throws, and it's Adam Thielen who makes the catch. Shy the marker. Do you want to snap the football here? I think that's what they're trying to do.
Snap it, tush push, put in the red rifle.
I don't think they can push.
Well, I don't think we're snapping the football then, because this huddle's taking way too long.
8, 7, and he's way back there. No, we're not snapping this. We'd be crazy.
Please do not snap the ball. Please do not snap the ball. Oh!
Oh, who jumped?
That was on Indianapolis.
Please tell me that was on Indianapolis. Please. No, please, no. We might lose the game if this is on us. Who moved? Indy!
93.
Indy.
That is Indianapolis Colts right there.
Please don't cheat us out, refs. Bro,
I noticed it.
You're cheating us out.
What?
Are you serious? That was clearly Indy. What are you talking about?
Eric Johnson. That was clearly Eric Johnson.
Are you serious? Hold on, let me see the replay again.
Can you throw the challenge?
That's clearly Indy.
Can you throw the challenge flag?
What are you talking about?
That's going to take us to the end of the quarter.
Dude, that is clearly Indy. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my god.
So how many yards is that? 5?
Yeah, so it's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Oh my gosh, what? Also, why? Okay, my other question is, why is Chandler Wooten in the game?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Like, I was about to say, okay, that was a normal offensive line, I guess. I mean, that makes it. Why is Chandler Wooten in the game? Who put Chandler Wooten in the game? Oh my gosh. This team can never catch a break. Are you serious? Like, really? We're really... And yeah, that's all it says is...
I thought that I saw Eric Johnson That was 93 on the Colts right there. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was kind of just staring at the Colts on it.
I never got our camera angle.
Yeah, I never really looked at us. So I don't know if Wooten was on the other side or because I never saw any movement from the angle we got. I just don't know in what good world he'd be on the field. Okay, I'm going to just stop asking that question because I still don't know why he wasn't on the field. But my point is, like, that changes the game. Talk about game.
Gotta get a conversion. This is.
All we had to do was run the ball. Get the first
If you
down.
don't. And now that the Panthers don't get a conversion here, the odds of this game being over are relatively high.
And now the pressure's on us, and now Bryce is still a rookie, so he hasn't been through a situation like this in the NFL. He doesn't know. Like, bro, like, oh my gosh. You put all the pressure on Bryce Young. And another thing they're going to do is all the defenses that have faced the Carolina Panthers have sent the house on third down. And that's what's about to happen.
Terrace Marshall Jr. is in the game instead of DJ Chark.
I don't know what difference that's going to make.
Thielen is in the backfield, so we're running that play. That play usually ends up at a sack.
Game could be on the line.
The Colts are showing 3, but I think there's no net. The Colts are showing 5.
No. Are you serious?
Another false start on the Panthers.
Just end the game, bro. I can't do this anymore.
It's on Adam Thielen.
I cannot do this anymore.
Is Adam Thielen crying?
No, he's just Why did I sign here?
He told McAfee we had a chance to win a Super Bowl.
I know. I'm like, oh, you have no clue what you signed yourself up to, man. All right, well, here we go.
At least now DJ's in the game. Actually,
Third and
never
11.
mind. He isn't even. I don't even think he is.
Young takes the snap, throws, open is Hurst, and he makes the catch down the sideline. Hayden Hurst out of bounds in the Colts territory. And the best play of Bryce Young's career. Incredible.
Hurst is a guy who a lot of people forgot about. He hasn't been really doing anything since that first touchdown he's for the year. He is a guy we've needed to make a difference. And at some point, this guy has to make a difference. And Bryce right there, right on the chest. The Panthers are in Colts territory.
Let's go. Now they run it. Sanders, and he'll get a few more yards. Oh, my goodness.
A few is like 1 yard, but yeah.
That is clutch. Wow. What a throw by Bryce Young. We can't get too excited yet. Still a lot more work to do. We're already a minute has gone by in this fourth quarter. The Panthers are going to need 2 more scores, which means another defensive stop is needed if Carolina gets points here. Second and 8. Gain of 2 on the ground for Sanders. Looks like they're running it once again. Unless it's a play action. It is a play action. Young, quick throw, and it's intercepted. Overthrown, trying to get it to Sanders. It's
his
Kenny
second
Moore
pick
once
six.
again. It's his second pick six. Unbelievable. Wow. This is a nightmare. We cannot escape the Matrix. Wow. That is a nightmare. Oh, my God. All he was trying to do was a little check down throw to Sanders, and it was way too high, way too high. He was scared the ball was going to get batted down. And instead of the ball getting batted down, Bryce Young just ended the game. Yeah, and he just yelled at himself. Wow. Second pick 6 of the game. And add on that second pick 6 by Kenny Moore. And the Panthers picked up a massive first down. They were in range to make it a 1-possession game. And then Bryce Young, all he had to do was just a little throw, and he just a little bit too high for Sanders. Taken back to the house. And the Colts just put the icing on this game.
be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. I'm a boss, I call a shot. I'm with the murder team, call a cop. We in the building, y'all are not. You showing the paper. Woo! Woo! Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me, I'm a boss like my Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way, and I never.
Just gonna end the commercial there. I can't hear it anymore. I just scolded Bryce Young for the last 2 minutes. And I guess the rest of this game is just to see what stats we can add, which are probably not going to be good ones. So I don't even know. I don't even want to watch. So Kenny Moore, not only did the Colts have 2 pick sixes today, Kenny Moore was responsible for those 2 pick sixes. So kudos to him for single-handedly winning this game for the Colts. Not dropping those either. That's another thing, too, because a lot of these guys drop their picks. He caught 2 touchdowns. As a defender. The Panthers have scored 1 touchdown. This guy on defense has caught 2 touchdowns. Play action. Young looking deep. He gets killed. It's caught by Sanders. And 4 yards before he goes out of bounds. There's a guy back there wearing a K because Young's about to strike out.
Oh, wow.
Like, what else do you expect? Like, I don't know how to be nice about it anymore. He's just standing there. He looks like a deer in headlights. Actually, only gained 3 yards. Quick pass, as usual. It's caught. Then he gets dragged to the sideline and taken out of the stadium. Escorted away because the Colts are security and the Panthers are 20-year-old drunk guys running on the field, and it's 3rd and 3.
Well,
You guys,
If any of you guys-
I honestly don't. I don't know
if
what
any of you guys, if any of you guys follow the Carolina Cast account on X, I may be replying to some Bryce Young posts tonight, just on my own terms. 3rd and 3 here, though. Let's see what can happen.
Young's gonna take off. Nice move, and he doesn't get walked on. He picks up a first down. Oh, I forgot to even update the scoreboard. That's how bad I was. I apologize.
I'll guard it with JJ17 Sports' message.
Oh, what did he say? I don't blame you.
Maybe that line is going to be definitely in favor of Chicago on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Check down to Hubbard. Makes a move. Gets a yard.
See here, Krish. I want to bring up something that I feel like wasn't really said. When you phrase the word two first, 2 seconds, and DJ Moore for the number 1 pick, it sounds a lot better than Caleb Williams, Jalen Carter, DJ Moore, and 2 seconds for Bryce Young.
Two receivers on the right. They're sending the house. Young.
Oh, shoot. I accidentally turned my TV off. Let me see. After that, I have to go on the screen share.
Is batted down. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
I mean, at this point, do you even go for it on 4th down?
There's still 11 minutes, right? Yeah, I can't believe this. This game's still not going to end for a while. Oh, my gosh. We have to go through this for 11 minutes. Third and 9. Young takes the snap. Running, pitches it to Hubbard. He gets absolutely blown up out of bounds. Speed lost his helmet. He still got blown up. Now they're exchanging words. Bryce takes his helmet off, puts it back on. Walks over. Oh, that was Jones, excuse me. And then, 4th down, they're going for it. Why not? I mean, I'm being serious. Why not? See what you can do. Carolina did convert on a 4th down earlier in this game. I just can't believe how everything went downhill because I really thought we might win this football game. I really thought. Trips right, Hubbard on the left, empty backfield, 4th and 6 for Carolina. And it's another low snap. Young barely gets it in his hands. He's going to take off.
Run it.
He's got a 1st down and more. Bryce Young sliding in the Indy territory. And that is speed who makes the tackle. The only way the Panthers if they score a touchdown.
At this point, we're talking about the QB play of Bryce Young versus Tyler Bagent. I mean,
is there really that much of a difference?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Bagent did have 3 interceptions compared to Young's 2.
Flag is down. It's probably on Carolina. The pass is caught by Stephon Sullivan. It's all pending this penalty, which will probably bring Carolina back 10 yards for a hold. I'm just straight up guessing.
And Chris, what's sad is that I can't even imagine what the score of this game would be if Anthony Richardson was playing.
Oh, jeez. It's an offside on the Colts. They declined the penalty. We declined the penalty because it doesn't matter. We got the 1st down. At least I think. Second and 1. Young throws, and it is almost in the net. It was impressive. And it's 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1 here. You're starting to run out of game clock. Less than 10 minutes to go.
What do you think?
The Colts, I never brought this up. The Colts do go to Germany next week to take on the Patriots, and what'll be a pretty interesting game.
What do you think's going through Frank Reich's head right now?
If you really care about winning, which I don't think the Panthers can honestly say that they do, you have to be thinking whether Bryce Young puts you in the best position to win a football game on Thursday night. I mean,
are you saying start Andy Dalton?
I think it puts you in a better place to win the football game.
Shotgun snap. Young rolling to his right, looking for something, just checks it down, tipped up in the air. And
that was thrown way too hard.
He's probably trying to let out his frustration, but...
Well, then throw the ball at yourself. Let's see. What's even happening across the other games? I bet you the second half Giants have came back.
It's
Nope,
still
they're
27-0.
27-0. My guy Saquon only has 7.8 fantasy points. Well, he has like 10 fantasy points. The Cowboys-Eagles game is delayed. I don't know what the weather is like.
Incomplete for DJ Chark.
I don't know what the weather is like in Philadelphia.
I'm literally staring at CJ Stroud's stat line right now. Literally staring at it. And I'm watching this game too. It's up on Game Day Live, and I'm watching this game too. It's disgusting. I don't know. I just feel like somebody should be fired. I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is. Somebody should be fired. How does somebody have a job right now? As Sullivan gets... We got worse.
Is Frank Reich let go of after today's game?
No. That's too much. But somebody needs to be fired. I don't think it's a coordinator. I don't know why
you can't fire your own owner.
No, we're not. No, I think Fitterer needs to be fired. I've said it. I've said he needs to be fired. He should have been fired last year.
Well, Tepper made half the decisions.
I know, and that's what Reich was talking about in his press conference, how Tepper likes being involved, and now I think Stephon Sullivan is down on the sideline. But Reich in a press conference talked about how Tepper wanted this stuff, and I don't know if you heard the comments before the draft went down about Josh McCown's encounter with CJ Stroud and what he said.
I did not hear. You can tell me about this as we go. Pinheiro is on the football field, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Whatever at this point. I'll commentate this play and then say it real quick because we're probably going to stay on. 49 yards out, Eddie Pinheiro. I mean, he misses this. I might just close my computer. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Pinheiro is true. So your Panthers get a field goal. It's a 2-touchdown lead, 8 minutes to go. Jake's making fun of our football team right now. I have a lot of things to say back, but unfortunately, I think YouTube would come after us again.
Well, commercial breaks are there for a reason, so I say we take one.
Yeah, but real quick before we take one, what McCown said, Stroud was talking about I want to learn these facilities and places. I can show you one. There's plenty around Charlotte, and we can help you out in Charlotte, everything. And there was this super love moment. They gave hugs and bro, we all know, and I don't know the best way to say this. We all know that before the draft went down, the odds-on favorite was CJ Stroud. We know that, right? I think we're very clear on that. The one thing, and it's one thing, I can't think of anything else it could be. The one thing that changed that was that little football test. Was that little it's not incognito, that little that
the
test.
IQ test.
Yeah, the IQ test. Whatever that was. That's the only thing. Literally the only thing that changed our minds. Because then we look at Bryce Young, and Bryce Young is the most intelligent, nice, and I still like Bryce Young. Guys, this is no shame thrown towards Bryce Young. I still like Bryce Young. But Bryce Young's super nice, charming, he's genius, knows this, that, works well with everybody.
Well, if that was the case, then why don't we draft guys from Yale?
He doesn't have that dog mentality that Cam had. And you know who did have that dog mentality?
I don't know, Stroud, Richardson, and Levis.
Not Levis. No. We were not bringing Levis in. Don't worry about it. Reddit's fake. Stroud and Richardson's right, but we didn't see enough from Richardson. Stroud was Cam Newton. Okay, imagine CJ Stroud playing football in the build of Anthony Richardson. That was Cam Newton. So that's what CJ Stroud is. He just doesn't have Anthony Richardson's build. So CJ Stroud had the dog mentality. He has the dog mentality. And am I happy that we beat him? Of course. And I love both these quarterbacks. I'm just saying the odds-on favorite was Stroud. We got fooled by a test. And that's not even the one reason I want to get rid of Fitterer. He does nothing. Respectfully. The only thing Fitterer does is either trade away guys or sign free agents that are old or free agents that are not going to help the team.
Looks like Devontae Smith just scored another touchdown.
I think we could have drafted Devontae Smith now that I think about it. Yeah. I think we took J.C. Horn over Devontae Smith.
Well, that is okay. It's not as bad as this.
Oh, we also took J.C. Horn over Pat Surtain. But anyway, Pittman makes the catch for a yard. And the Colts' drive goal here is to make sure that it's triple zeros. I know there's 8 minutes left, but guys, this is the Panthers defense. If there's anybody that's going to make it triple zeros on one drive, it's the Panthers defense. So unless we get a pick six right here, and then after that, just put Gardner Minshew on the ground, pick up the ball, and emote, I don't think there's a chance we can win.
And, I mean, the Colts are going to be running the foot. I do want to ask just a football question here. Do we know what happened to Josh Downs? Because he made one catch and then he left. I know that he came into this game questionable, so maybe he left with an injury. Okay, yeah, no, yes, but he was ruled out due to the knee injury. So
okay, so maybe he made
he
that.
He probably forced himself in the plane a little bit too much.
He probably tweaked it. That sucks.
Well, he probably played today because a lot of his friends and family are there. Because
yeah, North Carolina. Yeah.
I bet you Mac Brown's there tonight.
Anyways, it's a 3rd and 6. I just realized it was a 3rd and 6. I don't know why I'm getting excited. I just have a feeling.
Chris, that doesn't change the fact that we're down 14.
Minshew throws and it's overthrown. There's the flag. Yep. For a split second, I smiled. And that was the last smile you'll see from this broadcast. And the Colts, I mean, obviously Steichen just put the $200 in the pocket, and the Colts just want to get out of here, man. They want to head to Germany already. They already bought the tickets, and I mean, there's definitely thing about that flight.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, there was another one on us.
Roughing the passer.
Wow. I don't think wow. Hold on. Let me see roughing the passer real quick. No. Don't show the hold. The hold doesn't count. Let me see. I don't see no hold. Where's the roughing the passer?
Also, speaking of...
doing?
Daniel Jones left with a non-contact knee injury, so
that happened an hour ago. What are you doing?
We could be the Giants with Tommy DeVito at least.
What are you doing? You are a defensive tackle, 1st-round pick for the Carolina Panthers. You know how to play the game of football. You know you're not allowed to do that to a quarterback. And out of frustration, you do it. For what? Unless we have a 1st-round pick, don't ever do that again. What is wrong with you? And because we wasted that timeout earlier, all the timeouts we spend now, it's not even. Yeah,
the Panthers make me want to take a nap.
You know what? All right. Wait. When does Hornets Live start? 7:00. Got it.
Krish, that's not going to be any better.
I know, but we won yesterday. It's a big deal. I hear though.
Well, that's the same thing that happened with the Panthers going into today. I think it's time to take a break.
Oh my God! One of my friends is at the game.
Are they heading home now?
I can't say it on stream.
Okay.
Some very mixed feelings by a lot of Panthers fans I know. I think we should talk about Hornets basketball, to be honest. I kind of want to talk about Hornets basketball. I had a lot of fun broadcasting that game.
Well, Chris, we have the highest audience that we've had all day today, so your opinion actually matters.
Well, I'll tell you this. All right, so the Hornets.
Oh, hey, the Hurricanes came back from down 3-0 today. They won 4-3.
I think that happened yesterday.
Well, I mean,
It was against the Islanders.
that's the only bright part of Carolina right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, college basketball season starts tomorrow. I heard Duke.
Tomorrow, yeah, I was about to say, I'm so hyped, man.
I heard Duke and UNC may be pretty good if we want to watch North Carolina teams. I don't know. I mean, I bet you the Wolfpack will be better than this at this rate. I mean, according to Steve Smith, they're a basketball school, so. So looking at the schedule for the Indianapolis Colts, they do still have to play the Buccaneers and the Falcons because they're playing all the NFC South, just like we're playing all the AFC South. This is our second AFC South opponent. If you've been keeping track, it's not that hard to keep track because last week was the first one. We're playing against the Tennessee Titans, which I'm assuming Will Levis will drop 450 and 3 TDs on our heads.
Guys, I also do apologize. I ripped this out of pure frustration after that.
Oh, what? I'd apologize. I'd apologize to whoever bought that for you at that rate.
Well, I kind of just found it in my sister's room, so I just wore it. And,
oh God, that's even worse. Chris,
the good thing is there's an extra blue one, so I'll try not to rip that one.
Shouldn't have bought the Bryce jersey, just like me.
I know. I saw him win on Sunday. I'm like, yes, sir. Like, that's my guy. That is my guy.
I'm trying to think. I guess the next Panthers game we'll be broadcasting is the one against the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I'll be able to do the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. We will try.
I mean, I'm not sure I would try at this point with these guys.
No, I got to get
2nd and 9.
Minshew to snap. Toss to Taylor.
The Colts are looking to cover the over at this point.
Sam, do you want to go ahead and state the obvious right here that if Bryce Young does not throw those 3 interceptions, it's a tied football game?
I don't think it really matters. All I know is that if anybody follows us on X, I'm probably going to be making a meme/rant rampage on tonight.
Hey, please be a little bit light on Bryce Young because
I'm going to be posting that one emotional.
My goal is for him to subscribe to the channel one day. So,
well, maybe he'll be able to once he's jobless. I really hope Andy Dalton starts on Thursday.
And it's an overthrow.
What an awful throw! See, that's what Bryce needs to do. Just throw it out of bounds.
Ihmir Smith-Marsette could change the game right here for Carolina. We need a punt return. There you have the cameras. It's scripted. I knew it. Thank you, NFL. The camera's pointed at him right now.
Chris, there's already been one fumbled punt in this game.
This is only the 4th punt from Sanchez. And
how are we only down by 14 points?
I don't know. I really don't know.
The Colts offense hadn't even had to do crap.
This thing booted away, and he caught it. Down the sideline, makes one guy miss, makes another miss, makes another miss.
Okay, at the 40. At the 40-yard
line.
Panthers have a shot. I don't know why they're celebrating, but here comes Bryce Young. He thinks he's the main character.
I could hear the
headset.
I can hear some song right now, bro.
You can hear the headset going on with.
Bro.
Maybe if you fast this for a TD, we can make an edit. We haven't made an edit in a while. I'm just looking. The last edit we posted was our week 3 predictions. So
no, I've been really.
That's my fault. I gotta start making some edits, but it looks like we have an injury right here.
Yeah, I can't tell who's down. It's Chandler Wooten. Oh my, it's terrible. Wooten has been really big on special teams for us. Only his 2nd season. I don't know. Wow, I did not even realize it was only his 2nd season out of Auburn. I feel like I've known Chandler Wooten for a while now. But he's
Chris, what if I told you that Aiden O'Connell has a better QBR today than Bryce Young does.
Camera's just literally right.
Let's see. Did please tell me Bajan has a higher QBR so I can keep adding to my Evan.
Oh, don't look at that. No.
65.3. He has a rating of 65.3. Bryce has a rating of 56.9.
So road teams have not won a game prior to Europe.
This has got to be the weirdest stat ever. I mean, whoever spends time keeping track of this really has nothing better to do.
I think we know somebody like that.
We know multiple people like that, but that's besides the point.
All right, Chandler Wooten, good for him. He can walk off on his own power. That is a big deal. He is a phenomenal player on special teams.
I mean,
but Brian Burns on the sideline is the other story. I don't know if he's just
I think he may just be walking
frustrated, or is he injured? He's saying thumbs up. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm out. Brian Burns is about to drive all the way to Mexico.
Okay, if he throws a pick, I'm heading off the stream.
He actually throws a check down, and no, that's Hubbard. He's crawling his
What
way.
is the point of a check down? Also, your guy Mitchell had 138 yards today. Dang.
Somebody tell me, is Brian Burns pulling an Antonio Brown? Well, guys, no. That can't be the last time I see him walk off the field. Right? No. We can't trade him. What's going to happen?
No, I think he got injured.
Oh, my God. He threw his third pick.
All right. Bye, guys.
Wow. All right, well, I guess I'm going to finish this. Honestly, I don't know how that's
possible. My God. Oh, my God.
I don't know how that's possible.
I literally said it, too. I said it. You know, Chris, now I understand why the Panthers never let Bryce throw passes over 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah, I think we kind of understood that here in the second half.
I feel like you and I should have gone to training camp because then we would have got to see this happen.
I know we would, because we overhyped the team so much because all we were hearing was the good stuff. That's why we should. Oh, now we're doing the squabble. We should have gone to training camp because then we can understand. We could actually see what their practice. I want to see what the Panthers practice because there's no way they come out every single Sunday and they play like this. No, this is not right. What are y'all practicing?
Jonathan Taylor, stuffed up. So, oh, God.
Cannot believe this. Actually, no, I can believe this.
We need to make a podcast about Bryce.
It was all a dream.
I wish that we just kept Steve Wilkes and we kept Sam Darnold. And we just tanked this year, and then we just drafted Caleb Williams.
At Deontay Foreman, too. Let's not forget about that.
Man, whatever. Okay, fine. We can keep Philip Walker, then.
Philip Walker is him.
That's like me calling... That's like me saying Paul Jermaine Washington.
So, career interceptions for Bryce.
Look at Bryce. Nobody's talking to him. They're giving him the silent treatment.
As they should. And he knows that.
Can the Colts at least let Gardner Minshew cook? I mean, they haven't let him do anything.
They don't have to do anything. The Colts could have started... Actually, no.
Dude, I swear, every Ravens running back gets injured, but it doesn't matter because the next one does really well. Like, how does Mitchell just go out today, do 9 carries for 138 yards? But every Panthers running back can't do that at all.
Offensive line.
Our offensive line is kind of average. That's cap. It's like the bottom. It's like bottom 5.
I think at this point, Anthony Richardson might have won this game for the Colts. Like right now, at this exact second.
Oh, I think an Anthony Richardson with one arm would have won the game.
That's what I'm saying. I think Anthony Richardson would have won this game.
Okay, but to be fair, AR is really good. I don't think people realize that. But that's
I know he's very good. He's just injury prone, and he likes to run the ball like Cam.
He's what we needed the draft. At
Dude,
least I would have been.
I
would have been
hate
okay
that our
with it.
defense keeps getting stops, and then we just don't do anything. Like, shout out to the Panthers defense. Y'all did not give up 27 points. Everybody put a W in the chat for the Panthers defense. They did not give up 27 points.
Well, the camera's showing it Smith Marset again. Is Bryce going in? Krish, is Bryce going in for the three-peat? I have to ask.
Who's our third string quarterback again? We don't have Matt Corral.
It's Jake Luton. Or no.
No, he got cut.
No, we re-signed him.
We did?
I think.
Ain't no way.
Oh, I thought that got blocked for a second.
The only two quarterbacks on this roster are Bryce Young and Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I just no. Jake Luton is on here on ESPN.
Oh, I'm looking at CBS.
Maybe ESPN's outdated.
I always use CBS. Ironically, this game is on CBS. So.
I love how the Colts just subbed out Josh Downs at halftime because they already knew that they were going to win.
Hey, Josh Downs
like,
was talking to his family the entire time.
Yeah, bro. They probably let him go sit next to his family section.
He's probably waiting on the flight right now.
No, I'm not sure I'd go. I'm not sure I would spend multiple hours at the Charlotte airport.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You remember Colby from Philadelphia camp, that one Panthers fan?
Yeah.
He's blowing up my phone too. Literally all the Panthers fans I know are like, dude.
Get them all on here. Get them all in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna let me see.
Just make a GC with all the Panthers fans you know, and then just send it to them. Krish, we should have a post-game show with all the Panthers fans.
I have 463 messages.
Oh my god. This Krish, don't even respond. Every single message, just copy and paste the video link.
Bro, I don't even want to read it. Like, no, I'm mad. Guys, we need to guess how many messages does Bryce Young have on his phone right now?
0.
What do you mean 0?
Who would want to text him? Everybody's texting Aiden O'Connell.
No. All jokes aside, seriously, you get texts more when you fail like this.
Hey, bro, it's okay. You still have 1 year left of eligibility at Bama.
No, it's not about that. I'm just saying. Tremble, dang, bro.
I mean, I know what his social media inboxes look like.
Oh, did you see, bro? Some Broncos fan made a full rap and sent it to the team. I think I might make a diss track. I'm gonna get in the studio.
All right, bet.
I need to hit the studio. Somebody just got sacked.
When I come to Charlotte, we can hit the studio. We'll just not go to the game. We'll just go straight to the studio.
No, for real. We'll go. No, DaBaby can be in the song too.
Yeah, can we get DaBaby? Can we do an FT feature DaBaby?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, who says no? Like,
right. We snapped the ball on 4th and 8. We are wow. Oh, facts. We should pull up.
Yes. Sign me up. Sign me on the dotted line.
Yes.
Put me on the dotted line. Sign me on the dotted line. I think we just did we just hit the 2-minute warning?
Yeah. We also hit the 3-hour mark on the stream, so thank you all so much.
Yoo-hoo! Oh my god. Oh,
Will's already making a diss track. Will, did you have fun at the Packers game today? I mean, I know.
Of course he had fun, bro. They won.
What was the score? Wasn't it like close? Wasn't that like 7-3?
No, it was 20-3.
What?
My guy J Love went 20 for 26 with 28 and a TD. I've kind of been hating on you, J Love, but you're better than my guy Bryce, so I'll stop hating. How about Luke Musgrave though? Luke Musgrave is the guy who stood out for me today. He did pretty well. And then Brett Rypien is not an NFL quarterback.
I honestly can't believe this. I'm looking at this.
And Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones came back today from the dead. He was kind of non-existent.
Hey, Bryce Young played better than Tommy DeVito.
Chris, I mean, I can check both their ratings. He may not have. No, Chris, Tommy DeVito's has a better rating, actually.
How? It's probably because he barely found the ball.
No, he's 7 for 10 with 92 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. All you have to do is not throw 3 picks, and you're better. Like, Bryce's rating's lower than Daniel Jones, and he left with an injury. So Bryce had the worst rating of the week.
Yeah.
Is he? So are the Panthers going for it here on 4th and 18? Like,
they were trying to.
Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of glad I don't have school tomorrow, so I would consider this a waste of an academic period. But nope, the team is on the field.
Oh, you're lucky.
Chris, I see a lot of empty seats right now. I mean, my goodness, this is the most empty. This is the most empty I've seen the bank since a preseason game.
Everybody dipped.
This is the most empty I've seen since like Black and Blue Night or whatever.
All right, well, here we go. 4th and 18. Just don't throw your 4th pick of the night.
Just sack him. Just sack him, guys.
Young gets away, stays upright, running, and gets tripped from behind.
God dang, he is slow.
Hat on, standing on, and then just walks away.
I didn't realize that. Hey, Bryce's Madden rating and speed is an 87. That definitely needs to be lowered after that.
Right. I looked like he was jogging.
Oh, he was. Bryce, he shouldn't have taken that for granted because that may be the last time he touches an NFL field for a while.
Oh, okay, chill.
But I'm thinking that we should start Andy, and that's not because I'm also a redhead.
Guys, the season. Well, okay, I get what you're saying because the season's technically over.
But that's the reason to start him, I guess. It looks like the Colts are just going to do a series of knees to win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, but are we not going to just talk about how Brian Burns just left and, did not return?
Let's see what Twitter's saying.
Oh, I'm honestly not looking at Twitter. I'm scared to open Twitter.
It's not that bad. I've been checking our account periodically.
Wait, it's not that bad, really?
No, we don't have any messages,
now
at least.
Panthers fans, ooh. It gets brutal when it comes down to this.
Chris, he was ruled out due to a concussion.
Huh?
Which means he ain't gonna play on Thursday.
Wait, he has.
Wow, that CBS already updated our record to 1-7. Hey, the Colts. Every team in the AFC South is still in the mix.
Dude,
every team in the NFC South besides the Panthers. Chris, I'm sorry. We are not in the mix anymore after today.
We could have easily been in the mix if we just won games.
But that's what everybody is. Minshew Mania takes the knee, and that will be all for you. The team shake hands, just like the good old times at midfield. Frank Reich shakes hands with his successor, who is clearly much better than he is at coaching a football team. And Jonathan Taylor daps up, I don't even know who that is. That's not a good sign. Boucher Hill. So that will be all for you. Signing out. Make sure to subscribe, like, whatever y'all can do.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll see you guys next time, Thursday night. Don't be late.
Thursday night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're on the CarolinaCast for our Thursday night coverage with the Panthers and the Bears. And on Friday night, Hornets in-season tournament starts on the road We'll be live for that as well. Make sure you watch the Hornets game tonight, too. I know a lot of us will be. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm Chris Vermo alongside Sam Durham for the rest of our crew. We say so long from the bank, and we're hoping for better days.